Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's district tournament here from Corning, Arkansas. Scott Townsend here with the Mighty Benella Lions joining CSR tonight to bring you the live action. Andy's going to have, look like some pregame interviews here with a coach here shortly. This first matchup will feature the Lady Mustangs of Hoxie, which are the #1 seed, versus the Truman Lady Wildcats. Hoxie cruised over the Seminoles the other night, and Truman took down the Walnut Ridge Bobcats. Good ball game. The second game tonight will feature the Osceola Seminoles and the Manila Lions. Osceola took down the #2 seed Rivercrest Colts, and the Manila Lions took down the Gosnell Pirates in a close game. Both very good ball games. So it looks like Andy is fixing to make his way over there with head coach, looks like Scott Brown. Head coach over with Scott Brown. We're going to have a pregame little interview here. So here's Andy. We're going to cut to him.
Okay. All right, guys, we're live here at Bobcat Gymnasium, District 3A-3 championship games. I'm here with a very nice gentleman, number one. He volunteered here with 15 minutes ago in a big game to even talk to us. Head coach of the Lady Mustangs, Scott Brown. First of all, Scott, obviously it's been a great season. What has gotten you ladies this far so far?
We've got some very athletic, talented girls. We're not real deep, but the ones that get to play most of the time, they come in and practice hard day in, day out, and they try to get better every single day. And that's pretty much what we do every day is get better and try to get better, and a very unselfish team and just very athletic group of girls.
Now, obviously, these girls have been in this stage before, at least most of them anyways. Y'all had a very successful few seasons, obviously. Now, is this the type of game in a championship game? Do you almost hype these girls up a little bit, or do you got to almost calm them down some?
Well, we're taking this game as just another game. Obviously, it is the championship game of the district tournament, but win or lose tonight, it's not going to make or break our season. We've got bigger hopes, bigger games that we hope to get to later on in the season. So we're just going to pretty much take it as the next game, and not get too hyped, not to get too low, and just go out, do what we can do, and just play hard.
I love it. One more question, Coach. I know we got about 14 minutes till tip-off. Injury-wise, is there any nagging injuries that are being nursed right now? Are you fully healthy coming into this game?
At this time of the year, I think everybody's got a few just bumps and bruises from just a long year. We're pretty much healthy, and we'll be at full speed tonight. Hopefully, both teams can get through this game healthy and go on next week and have a good showing at the regionals.
Absolutely, folks. That's Coach Scott Brown right there. By the way, his team is number 4. Count it, number 4 in all of 3A right now, and I think they're hungry for more. Coach, we appreciate you, brother. Good luck tonight. Thank you, sir. Scott, back to you, buddy.
Thank you, Andy. The crowd's starting to pack in here. I see a lot of Osceola and Manila fans. That game's not to 6:30, but being due to a small gymnasium, I'm going to say it's if you want a seat, you better get here early. Looks like the Lady Mustangs are going to be coming out shortly. Looks like they just come out of the locker room down here. As you just heard from Coach Scott Brown, they've won 15 straight games. They come in with a 23-3 record. Coach Aaron Ballou from the Truman Wildcats, they come in with a 17-10 record. They are 0-2 versus Hoxie this year. You know, it's one thing with basketball, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times throughout a year. That's that's probably the biggest perspective. So looks like the Truman Wildcats are going to get some balls over here as well. So 12:15's on the clock before tip-off. I think Andy's going to try to cut to Truman's coach before long, but
we're trying to wait on head coach Aaron Ballou of the Truman Lady Wildcats. That's why it's taking a second here with me down low. He's back in the locker room, obviously getting the rallying his troops, obviously, here with just a few minutes left before tip-off. I'm up here at the booth now. This is Andy Earls with Corning Sports Report. My partner in crime tonight is going to be Scott Townsend Jr. from the mighty Manila Lions streaming company here, and we're going to do a little joint effort for you if you can. He's looking through the cameras there. This is the 3A-3 District Tournament Championship, baby. Championship time.
It's like Coach Brown said a while ago, this is not season don't end here tonight, win or lose.
But I can guarantee you this. You win this one, you'll remember it forever. And when you lose it, you'll remember it forever. I can promise you that. It hurts. You get this far. You feel like you've done so much. And I think we got Coach down there. I'm going to go get down there and try to get Coach Aaron Ballou on the headset or on the microphone here. I'll be right back.
Okay. Lady Wildcats have made their appearance here, you can see. And here come the Lady Mustangs of Hoxie.
Guys, again, it's Andy Earls down here on the floor level. I've got the head coach of the the Truman Lady Wildcats, I do apologize, Mr. Aaron Ballou. You probably smacked me for that one right there, that little error. But, Aaron, I just want to throw this out there.
Okay.
40 years ago to this day, maybe arguably the biggest upset in the history of sports, the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team upsets the Soviets. Unbelievable stuff. You know, great moments are born from great opportunity, as they say that.
Yes.
What does Truman have to do tonight to be able to pull off this big upset?
I think we just got to continue to play the way we have, confidence, intensity, and I'll be honest, I think these girls right here would tell you that it wouldn't be an upset. I mean, we think, you know, player for player, we're just as talented, and, I mean, we're ready for an opportunity.
Man, I love that. I absolutely love that right there. Obviously, y'all have had, as far as record-wise, maybe not as good a season as Hoxie, but, man, y'all are playing good ball at the right time. How important is that?
It's very important. You know, we've said that all along. We've had some injuries along the way, and you know, Thursday was the first time we've dressed our full team since December 27th. So, I mean, we're just excited. We got everybody back, and we think we really are playing our best ball right now.
That's awesome. Talking to Coach Scott Brown, he actually admitted one of the weaknesses that they had was a lack of depth. Will that change your game plan in any way, shape, or form? Will you be able to be a little bit more aggressive out there, maybe on offense, dribble, drive, stuff like that?
I mean, you know, we try to attack them, but, you know, they do a really good job of staying out of foul trouble. That's obviously one of our keys is, you know, we try to get them in foul trouble both games this year, and they, you know, they're well coached, and they do a good job of staying out of foul trouble.
Last question, Coach Ballou. One more thing, I asked Scott this as well. I know it's late in the season, but any injury updates, any nagging, something that maybe someone's nursing right now in this game that might hamper them in any way, shape, or form?
We're back to fully healthy. A couple weeks ago I would have told you, yeah, but, hey, we're back fully healthy. We're ready to roll.
That's Coach Ballou, the Truman Lady Wildcats. Scott, back to you.
Thank you, Andy. 8:25 here on the clock before we're going to have a tip-off here of this finals of the district of the girls. Should be a very good matchup. You can hear there from both coaches that both teams are pretty healthy. The only thing might throw it, you know, is Hoxie don't have a lot of depth, but they run the whole game.
Again, guys, we apologize. I had to get the headset on there, so sorry for the little awkward silence there. You know, coming to this game right here, I love what Coach Ballou said. He don't feel like it's an underdog. He won't feel like it'd be an upset. Man, I love the attitude because that's the kind of attitude you got to have. Because here's the thing. Thoughts influence actions. If you want to be an overachiever, you better first be an overbeliever. And these ladies believe. They absolutely believe because there's no saying that doubt will kill more dreams than failure ever will. And it's true. And right now Truman is believing. They're hot at the right time of the year. That's very, very key, very, very important.
Andy, you know, you're right. You know, we talked about the other night, you know, coming into this tournament, you throw all your records in the trash. You start over. It's a number one versus a number one seed right now. It's neither of them has lost in the tournament. They're both undefeated. So.
Exactly. And speaking of this matchup here between Hoxie and Truman, I want to mention that Hoxie is 2-0 versus Truman this year, but like Coach Ballou said, they weren't quite healthy. The last game, though, and the first game was a little bit of a blowout, 66-43, but the last game, Coach Ballou and company starting to get a little bit healthy. 46-39, totally different animal. Now, overall, Truman comes here at 17-10 overall. Very gritty team, though. You'll notice that out here, kind of that grit and grind, the old Memphis Grizzlies, if you will, mentality. Very, very gritty team. Leading scorer for them is number 2, Cadence Jones. She's averaging 13 points a game right now for the Truman Lady Wildcats. I said Manila down there. I was thinking of you right here beside me. I apologize. I'm surprised you didn't give me a little Ric Flair chop. The woo!
Hey, you know, black and gold. You know,
that's it, man. That's it. And coming here tonight, Hoxie, unbelievable stuff by Coach Scott Brown and company down there in Lawrence County, 23-3 overall. Listen to this. Won 15 straight games. That's unreal, man. They're on fire, too. They're playing good ball at the end of the year, too. You know, it's kind of a collision course right here. Again, ranked number 4 in all of 3A. They are the most prolific offense, stats-wise, in all of 3A right now. The Hoxie Lady Mustangs, watch that tonight. They've got 5 of them that can put it up or put them. Matter of fact, they've got 4 averaging above 12 points a game right now. You don't see that hardly in high school basketball.
No, you know, I kind of followed Hoxie Lady Mustangs last year. You know, we had state tournament over at Osceola and thought they'd make a run. They took a big loss, but it doesn't look like it right now. It looked like they, you know, when you lose players, somebody's got to step up, and that's kind of what's going on here.
Yeah.
They're young. You know, we got 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore starting.
Yeah, starting. So you got two kids will be back next year at starting. That's impressive. Their only losses this year. Now listen to the teams they've lost to. Their only losses, they've got 3 to Nettleton. They got a girl on that, Miss Eaton, that she's okay. She's okay. She's all right. She's really good.
Just a little bit. Yeah. One, you know?
They lost by 2 to Mountain View, who, by the way, is a favorite possibly to win state as well. And didn't they win state last year, I believe, Mountain View? And then they had a defensive just slugfest, a slobber knocker against Riverside.
In the NEA tournament.
Yeah, and that's it. So, I mean, my goodness, very strong team. They have not, listen to this, folks, have not lost a conference game. This is really cool. Have not lost a conference game, a 3A-3 conference game, since late January of 2008 against Melbourne. That's unbelievable.
Wow.
That's all you can say is wow, because it's unbelievable.
Holy hay bells.
Holy hay bells. There we go. It's the first one of the night, man. And it didn't take us long at all. I want to talk real quick about our staff here tonight. Colton Ladyman is working your cameras right there. He's doing a really good job. He's back in the saddle again. We've missed him. He's actually been doing a lot of stuff for us away from here remotely and keep an eye on things and tech-wise. But we've got him here. He's physically here. We can see him. When we panic, he's there for us. When we screw things up, he's there for us. We've got our A crew as far as director tonight. We sure do appreciate him. On the cameras, we got J.R. Roark. There's no way to look at him here. Can you get in front of the camera? Come on. Get in front of the camera just one time. Let's get him, J.R. Get in front of the camera. This is J.R. Roark. There we go. Not awkward at all. All 4 of us here just elbow to elbow. It's not awkward at all. Hey, guys. All right. There we go. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but JR does a fantastic job. He's going to be on the main camera tonight that you're going to be seeing zooming in and kind of following him. JR, can you get Jimmy down there? I don't know if we can get him right, but Jimmy's way down there on a camera. Jimmy is from the mighty Manila Lions Streaming Company, their Facebook page. We'll try to get him on the camera. He's going to be manning a camera for us as well. He's down there with a Razorback hat on. By the way, big win for the Razorbacks today. They got Isaiah Joe back. You can't see him because there's some stuff in the way, but I promise you, see the camera down there. I promise you, he is down there. Oh, he better be. Yeah, we brought him up here to work. Now he better be. He may be at the concession stand. I don't know, but you see the scoreboard there with 3:23 to go in the game. And guys, we got an issue with one of the cameras, so I'm gonna go fix it real quick. Scott, I'm gonna leave it to you, brother. I will be right back. There's some other information on this game.
Will do. 3:05 on the clock. Both lady teams finishing warm-ups right here. People are. There's a big crowd here for already, and like I said earlier, I was telling the gentleman beside me that there's going to be the next game will be packed. Manila normally brings a big crowd, and their game don't start till 6:30, and I got 4:56, so they're already crowded the other side, and I'm looking down here below us. There's a few seats here and there. That's good, though. It's good to come out and support these young men and women tonight in this event that can be very memorable for them. Just a few notes here we've got from Coach. Hoxie's going to look to push the ball in transition. Usually play a 3-2 defense. Their strengths are all 5 starters can score. That's going to be a big kicker for the Mustangs tonight. Plus, all 5 can shoot the 3. That's hard to defend in any boys or girls basketball game. You got 5 people. You got to have 5 defenders in. Hoxie wants to play an up-tempo style. Weakness is their depth. They don't have a lot of depth on their bench, and they get in foul trouble. They might struggle. Back to Truman. Truman's going to look to try and control the tempo and be patient on offense. Truman usually plays man-to-man, may extend a half-court trap at times. Their strengths are very athletic, quick guards. Number 3 is their best shooter. It's going to be Hannah McLaughlin. Number 2 is their best athlete. She is a freshman, folks, Cadence Jones. Weakness is Truman doesn't score from outside as much as they could to offset post scoring. So looks like we're fixing to have a national anthem here. Starting lineups are getting introduced. We're going to have, look like the Truman Wildcats will be the visitor on the board. We're going to have Macha Mesa Wilson, Cadence Jones, Hannah McLaughlin, Kayla Spence, Caroline Morgan. Starting lineup for the Hoxie Lady Mustangs is going to be J.C. Brown, sophomore. Number 10, Jaden Brown. Number 4, Emily Davis. Cassidy Clayton, wearing number 24, and number 30, senior Ellie Britt. Aaron Ballou is the coach of the Truman Lady Wildcats. Scott Brown's the coach of the Lady Mustangs from Hoxie. As you heard earlier, a little pregame interview for both of them. Wish both of these the best of luck here. So looks like we're going to have Cassidy Clayton jumping for the Lady Mustangs, and over for the Wildcats going to be Cadence Jones. I'm going to say that's going to be an easy jump there by the Wildcats, as Clayton there just let her get the ball. Looks like the Wildcats are corner got it in the spread zone. 3-pointers up and off. Rebounded there by Jones. As she puts it back up, it rolls out. Rebounded there by J.C. Brown from the Mustangs.
Yeah, Manila in a zone defense right here early on.
Hey, Truman.
I'm sorry, Truman. I keep saying Manila. It's the black and gold, and I got you here beside me. But Truman in this 2-3 zone defense. And this kind of gave fits the other day to Walnut Ridge. So very active hands, very active feet, too. Keep that in mind. You got to have that active feet. The skip is there, though. Dribble drive baseline going up, and that's a charge.
That's going to be a charge against J.C. Brown. You know, that's Hoxie's leading scorer, 53 seconds in the game. Already picked up a quick foul.
That's a good point right there. Exactly. That's a big, big deal. And
Scott Brown was saying they don't have, they don't go a lot of depth. That's the thing that could come back to haunt them is, getting in foul trouble.
Yeah. I mean, that's their own coach publicly saying it. I mean, he understands it. I think everybody understands it. And, again, he'll be the first one to tell you here. Good ball movement by Truman. Corner three, no good. And good rebound down there by Jaden Brown. By the way, she's averaging 7 rebounds a game, is number 10 in white.
Quick three from the corner is good. It's going to be Cassidy Clayton.
That's your senior who's averaging 14 a game this year. And, again, we talked about earlier, they've got 4 of them averaging 12 or more. That's crazy.
Quick score here, coming down the court. As like Scott Brown said, they wanted to be in transition. All 5 can shoot the 3. That's tough to defend.
It really is. And the games I've watched of Hoxie, man, in transition, that's the biggest deal for them. They like to push it, and all the guards understand it. And here's the thing. When you've got a lady like number 30 right there, who I'm just about to mention, who just went for a jump ball, listen to this, folks. Her last 2 games, number 30 there in white, she's had 16 rebounds each game. She's averaging 12, maybe 13 now in the season. When you got a rebounder that cleans up the glass like that, your guards can now safely go back in a hurry and feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's one of them, why do you want to crash everybody and get in her way? Andy, she's controlling the glass right now on both ends of the court for her team. That's a lot of offensive putback and scores.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the old saying. Beautiful stroke there, high arcing shot. No pot of gold into that rainbow, though. And I tell you what, 24, Cassie Clayton, she is not afraid to pull the trigger.
No, she's got the only 3 points of the game so far. I thought we were fixing to have a 6-0 lead. Good pump fake.
Man, great job down there by Morgan. It didn't go in. They're fighting down there. I mentioned that about Truman earlier. Listen, they are a very gritty team, grit and grind style. And, man, they grind these games out. And like Coach Ballou said, they're slowly getting healthy here. And now they've got their leading scorer at the free throw line, Cadence Jones.
A freshman on top of that.
That's unbelievable, man. That really is. And she doesn't look like a freshman. You're looking at her. I mean, she's got a good basketball body, good frame. Y'all look out for this kid here in a few years.
That's what I was fixing to tell you. We're going to be looking forward to her in a few years, maybe to
a big-time D1 school. You never know. Never know.
It's always possible.
Errant pass. It's going to be stole by the Truman Lady Wildcats. A little bump down here, and that was Cassidy Clayton. you just alluded to it earlier, you don't need to have these good scorers get in foul trouble, and 2 of them's got a foul already, and we're only not even 3 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, we got 3 starters for the Lady Mustangs have got a foul now. Just like that.
Yeah, great job by Brown there. She has 4 steals a game. She's already got 1. Layup no good, though. Cleaned up by Kayla Spence. They're in a hurry. Look at Truman now. We talked about Hoxie being in a transition, frantic pace. Here comes Truman.
You know, I've noticed Truman, you know, they're not getting in a hurry to attack the basket. Just let everything develop.
Yeah, once they're going to try to push it at first, but if it's not there, they're very quick to back it up. Coach Ballew's yelling. They're listening very well. And how about Jaden Brown on the other end getting the steal? Again, she's averaging 4 steals a game. She's already got 1 here quickly. Trying to pick apart that zone defense. Are they going to call a travel? I think they are.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Cadence, bless her heart, she was trying to make something happen, a little fake to the right, go left. She's really good with the left hand, really good with the right hand. It's really irrelevant. You can't play her either side, and that's crazy, like we said, for a freshman.
Yes, for a freshman. 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Low-scoring game so far. 3-1 Mustangs.
It's kind of been a sloppy played game early on, to be honest with you, from both teams. I think both coaches would agree with that. Open 3 here near wing, in and out. What a rebound down there by Wilson. According to Coach Ballew, Wilson is their high-energy player for these Lady Wildcats.
You could tell there, too. She got the ball, and she was off to the races to the other end and trying to make something happen.
A good find down low. Soft touch, no good, though. Got a whistle down low on the rebound. They're battling down there. Now, give Truman credit. They have 2 different ladies on number 30 there. Ellie Britt, the big rebounder there for Hoxie, and they're trying to block her out whatever they got to do.
That foul there was on Kayla Spence. That's her first foul for the Lady Wildcats, second team foul.
Yeah, early on, again, foul trouble is going to be very key, especially for Hoxie. We feel like Truman might have the edge. How much edge do you have against Hoxie? I don't know, a really good team like that, but one of them is depth. We feel like Truman does have the edge there.
It's the Lady Mustangs have had a lot of open looks here and just trying to make the right shot happen as that one goes out. There's their leading rebounder, just got a foul.
Sometimes, Scott, it's just that simple. It's just knocking down your open shots. Like you said, they've had, 4, maybe 5 on that corner against that zone. That's the one thing about that zone is if you work the ball well enough and you have good spacing, you're going to get some open looks.
Yeah, Ellie Britt just picked up her second foul down there for the Mustangs.
That's big because she battles down low, and she could just accidentally pick up another one trying to get it through those 2 blockouts of the ladies in black here.
And then I wouldn't expect to see her until the second half. It's a big game. Nobody's still come to the scores table for the Mustangs yet to come relieve her.
A lot of faith in her right now. And, again, that's a senior, though, keep in mind.
Nice mover. That's that freshman we're talking about,
wow.
Cadence Jones.
That ball hit the front of the limb like a butterfly with sore feet. beautiful by Jones. She's off to a good start.
Jones with all 3 points now for the Wildcats here tonight.
I tell you what, we've got a tie ball game early on, 2:35 to go. Good crowd. They're still filing in as we speak.
The Osceola Seminoles are coming into my door over here to my right.
Getting ready for their big game next. Oh, that's going to be either a charge or a block. Got to call one. They're going to say a block. Can we get a replay on that? You decide here what you want here on the call. Listen, again, it's really, really tough for these guys to make these calls. Bang, bang, bang. You be the judge here as he's going to kick it out here, and this is on the instant replay.
I'm going to go with a block.
Okay. I think you're right. She's still moving her feet, maybe not set. Tough finish down there. Used her body, but no good. Good rebound as well by Mathis.
Pushing the ball up the court quickly.
Talking to Coach Ballew this morning, and he said Mathis is a really good player. If you'll watch her plus minus, and what that means is when she's in the game, what's the scoring differential? Number 24 in black, when she's in the game, she has a very good plus minus, and I've kept up with a little bit here in the tournament. She really does. He isn't just trying to say nice things about her. She's really got a very good plus minus, and we'll see it here. It's tied 3-3 when she came in.
That's Cadence Jones there with a travel. We're going to have Nigeria Jones checking into the game. Coach says she's a high-energy player.
That's awesome, and that's all. And my thing is this. High energy is all about heart and determination. You know what I mean? That's will.
And you need a lot of that, right here in this game. We're tied early. There's still a lot of game to play, but you want to bring all the energy you can to your team.
Yeah. Let me ask you this early on. Cadence obviously is the best player. She's the best rebounder, best scorer on Truman. Do you think she's trying to do a little bit too much? She's traveled now twice down there trying to make something happen.
If I'm if I'm Hoxie, that's who I'm guarding. I make someone else beat me. And I wonder if, Hoxie's coach, Scott Brown, will, adjust his defense to hers. She scored all the points so far. She's not in foul trouble. That's the good thing for the Truman Wildcats.
Well, and I would say two things to that. I'd say, one, typically you would think that. But then number two, right now we got a 150 to go, and all they've got is 3 points. So I think the defense is actually doing pretty good, to be honest with you. So I don't know that he would necessarily change it now. If she starts lighting up the scoreboard, maybe a different animal.
She had an open look there. Thought she was fixing to pull it.
Good positioning down low, good finding a kick out.
That's another travel. We've seen a lot of them this game so far on both ends.
Yeah, and Morgan's used to the dribble drive kick out. She's the leading assister for Truman at nearly 4 assists per game, and she's also their best defender. So, but she was on the offensive there. She's on the scoring there, and she had an open three. She wanted to take it baseline. She had just got a little too excited. Now she's going to go to the bench.
What a deep three there.
My goodness, she shot that one from a different area code. Holy hay bales, Cassie Clayton, C-square.
Hey, that's 2 threes for her here early.
CC, I see you out there, CC.
Woo.
Shooting it from deep range.
That's a beautiful shot. Nothing but the twine.
She shot that one from the county line, folks. You got to guard her when she comes off the bus.
Quick shot here.
Nothing but nylon there by Hannah McLaughlin. She scores 10 points a game as well. That was a beautiful shot there and a really good answer by Truman.
Yeah, she had her mind made up right there, Andy. She was shooting the ball, and it was a quick trigger.
What I liked about it is her feet were set, and she had her hands just right there where she wants to receive it. Also, you got to give a good pass there for the quicker release, and it was there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is a charge here, and I think that's a good call. And we sure hope that Clayton's okay down here. As you see our instant replay here, you'll be the judge. The referees are going to hate us for always replaying these charge block calls, but we're going to do it anyways. You be the judge there. Hard hit, and that's Cassidy Clayton's second foul. That's 2 starters with 2 fouls now for the Lady Mustangs. We talked about Ballou. Would you do anything different? Would you be aggressive against them? He said nothing more than they normally do. They're going to play their game, and it's just working out right now. They're right in this ball game with under 20 seconds to go. They're going to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, as you see everybody on the court staying still. I don't know if they're catching a breath or that's what it looks like. Just kind of a standstill.
It definitely, especially, again, Hoxie's a little short-handed on depth-wise. Good positioning down low, good entry pass, good finish off the glass.
That's Haley Mathis. We just talked about her a second ago.
Buzzer beater opportunity. Was that a foul? Are they going to call a foul there? We may have one here. I think they did. It's going to be a charge. And you be the decision maker here. Again, another instant replay for you. Our instant replay is about a 20-second one there, so you'll get a little bit of that right there, and you'll get a little bit of the end of it. This was like 1 second there, 0 seconds right there, and they're going to call a charge. Big-time play. Scott Brown's not happy, and good job by J.R. Rourke getting him on the camera there. He is not happy at all right now with that call.
That's J.C. Brown. That is her second foul as well. So now the Mustangs have got 3 starters with 2 fouls. That changes the whole aspect now. If you're Hoxie, you still play aggressive like they are?
Man, here's the thing. Their game is their game. It's worked for them all year long. I can't imagine doing anything differently unless they start feeding Ellie Britt down low, maybe off a high post or a screen down there, get on that low block, because I'm telling you something now. She is very dominant down there on the boards, and she's got a good body. I don't know how she is as far as a post-up player, but you see her at the high post a lot, and she does square up. So maybe you kind of let her do her thing down there. I don't know. It's to me, they are a transition type of team. All 5 starters can score. But, Truman is making them play half-court offense right now. They're getting back on defense in a hurry. And so far for Truman, it's worked. Now, if you're Hoxie, you can say this. Look, man, we've had a pretty ugly first quarter. Guess what, guys? It's still tied. It's still tied in the championship game. So
it was like 3-1 or 3-3 within a couple minutes left.
Yeah. Folks, sorry I'm not engaging with you here on social media. I'm about to get to that, though, here in just a second. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Got 129 already. My goodness, guys. That's awesome. Marcus Carlton's in here with us. Scott Mashton, Lindsey Cooper says, go Lady Mustangs. Lisa Kirby. Hello, JR. You guys are great. And Rhonda Turner, Linda Johnson, Andrea Edwards, Myrna Stacy, Aaron Willer. She said score. We've got it up here. It's 8-8 here early on in the second quarter. Good. Pump fake by Wilson. Pull-up jumper. No good. Batted out for the rebound. Who's got it? That's that leading rebounder, and she takes a hit.
Yeah, she tried to get the ball out in transition very quickly, and Truman just kind of put a stop to it. Nothing intentional. That's going to be Hannah McLaughlin's first foul of the game. 6-4 favor of Hoxie right now in fouls.
I'm going to tell you, Hannah's a very good ball player, too, for Truman. She's actually averaging 10 a game quietly. She kind of does it quietly.
You see Truman here kind of going to man, kind of tighten things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost a matchup zone in a sense almost. There's going to be 2 shots here. Hey, we just talked about, getting the ball down low in the paint and attacking the paint instead of settling for these jump shots. And right there was a good indicator of that. And I love Hoxie taking all their people back. They trust in these free throws. And, by the way, it usually works.
That's what we talked about the other night, and somehow we jinxed them.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully the Mustang fans are not doing jinx them here. But got Eli Mason on. Eli Mason says blocker. Todd, you in championship nerves, filling the game out. Janetta Tyler, Christy Hollowell, and Jimmy Leach are also tuning in. We appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Share this feed if you don't mind. Let's get these kiddos seen. They deserve that. They played really hard all year, including this tournament. Nice backdoor cut! Like a thief of the night, number 25 in black. That was BEA beautiful.
Man. Wow, what a cut there.
There's the instant replay to it. What a beautiful pass backdoor. Watch this, folks. I mean, beautiful find by Wilson. We got a turnover on this, and it was a travel. Oh, man. Truman's got a little bit of momentum here. We're going to have a timeout, actually, is what we're going to have before the turnover, I believe. And Coach Scott Brown is definitely yelling out there. He's very animated as Scott Brown right now. And Coach Ballou seems to be a little bit more relaxed with his players right now and what he's trying to preach to them. So
still very early.
It is very early. Listen, this is the first half. As you see the cheerleaders there, hey, we appreciate them too. They do a fantastic job of getting out here, showing the spirit. Whether they're up by 15, down by 15, it's irrelevant. Whether it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter, those ladies are out there and they're loud and proud. And I know I sure do appreciate them. I'm sure the Truman fans and the players appreciate them too.
Yes, Andy, that's another support for the players. It's one of them energizers we talked about earlier about getting the crowd going, getting the players going. I know when I played, that's just something that, they got the crowd going. Next thing you know, it's loud. That's support from you. Nice pass.
Hey, beautiful pass down there, down low. And that was Jaden Brown, and she found an open Ellie Britt.
Yeah.
Jaden Brown 4 assists a game, by the way, so that's not surprising. She's a stat sheet stuffer. 7 rebounds, 4 steals, 4 assists, and 14 points a game for number 10 in white.
6:15 to go here in the second quarter as the Mustangs lead by 2.
Tell you what, that ball was up for grabs. Here comes Hoxie in a hurry. Soft touch, little running floater there, kind of a jumper. Sometimes you're in between right there on that distance. Do you jump step and jump shot, or do you kind of run floater there? It's kind of a tough spot there, really.
J.C. Brown's got 2 fouls. If it wondered it come in her head, just take it at her to go. She's going to make an attempt to, if she tries to take a charge, and she could get 3 early.
That's a really good point, Scott. Maybe you're a little timid now, knowing that it's still a second quarter and you've got 2 fouls. It's a very good point. Good find in the short corner. Kick out, but it's going to be stolen. And I tell you what, that's Emily Davis there. Very good defender, too. I'm telling you, this Hoxie team is very well-rounded. They may be the best, as far as well-rounded team in boys or girls, the entire conference.
Yes, Truman's playing really hard right now. To only be down 2, I think Coach Ballou is actually, he's pretty pleased with how things are going so far with them. A little offense communication down here underneath for the Lady Mustangs running into each other.
Yeah, that's thank you, Zig, when you should have zagged type of deal right there. And friendly fire, but of course, Coach Brown, he's yelling at them there. I think he's got the play set up here. We'll see what they do. I think they're going to listen here. Again, this is it's a man-to-man, but it's almost like the weak side is there to help no matter what. It's almost like a zone for them. And I mean, in a different way than normal. Normally they sag off, but they're really sagging off. And I don't know if that's for the defensive rebound because Ellie Britt's such a rebounding machine. I'm not sure what that's for, but definitely a unique type of man-to-man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of room down in the lane. There's not really been a post player just set up down here asking for the ball on that whole possession.
Yeah. Kayla Spence with a good block out there. The little things kind of go unnoticed sometimes, especially in the box score. Kick out 3, open. It's good. She rattled it home. Did Hannah McLaughlin. She's got how many for the game? I can't see over there. 6, I believe. So 2 threes. She's 4 away from her season average. And I tell you what, Truman, with 4:16 to go here, has got their – is it the first lead or second lead?
First lead of the game.
Holy hay bales. Here we go. It's a dandy already. We thought it would be.
Kick out there, three-pointer coming from Emily Davis is up and off.
And Scott, I got to tell you, number 14 in black is running down everything. She's like Pac-Man eating up the dots right now. Or Miss Pac-Man, I should say.
Here comes another one.
I tell you what, Wilson has a beautiful shot. They've got to be able to get back in transition, though. Hey, effort. What did we talk about earlier? Grit and grind style. Very gritty Truman team. That looked like an easy 2-on-1 layup there, and they hustled. I mean, kamikaze styled it back. And
2-on-1 turned into a 3-on-2 defensively.
Just like that, in a flip of a switch. Yeah. I don't think they're Coach Blue's right. They're not afraid of this team. They're not fearful of them right now.
Nice post move down there by number 14. Kayla Spence just unable to finish.
That was Morgan who went flying through your screen. Deep three, high arcing, no good.
That was an NBA All-Star three there.
That was a heat check is what that was right there.
That was from the S and Bobcats.
But the Hoxie fans right now, they're listening. They're saying, well, hey, she can make it. And she has before, I promise. And I think Coach Brown is actually okay with that shot, believe it or not, as crazy as it sounds.
He didn't say a word to her there.
I would love to have that kind of green light, wouldn't you? Man, just pull it past the timeline and just jack it up there. But she does. She's got a beautiful shot. And if you'll watch where her feet land, they're always in front, not to the side, not backwards, always in front. That's a very good shooter there, a very good jump shooter.
Haley Mathis checked into the game for the Wildcats, talking about the post player. She gets positioned just like that.
Oh. Going back up, offensive rebound, boards galore down there, and finally Cadence Jones, the leading rebounder and scorer, puts it back up. Scott, I tell you what, good even scoring throughout for Truman right now, and they're playing good defense.
Are they going to count it? They're going to say it's on the floor. I don't know how J.C. Brown, that was one of them we talked about the other night. You know, when they get fouled, they just throw it in the right position, and it goes in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to tell you, I just jinxed Truman. I talked about how good the defense was playing, and boom, right there's a foul, just like that.
You know, we're tied 6 fouls apiece, so next foul will be a 1-and-1 for both teams here. You know, it's one of them free throws, you know, if we see Hoxie, you know, they got confidence in their free throws. They don't send no one to the line except who's shooting.
I mean, and that's on all 5 of them, folks. That's not on one player. That's on all 5. That's a tough shot. Good defense down there by Morgan. She is their best defender, according to Baloo, the lockdown defender, as he called her this morning.
Yeah, I didn't see a foul, Andy, from my view. It looks like she's just kind of trying to draw a foul.
Yeah. I tell you what, this is a lot of fun right now. We've got a really good ball game. Kind of tense moments going into the locker room here with 2 minutes to go, especially from the Hoxie fans. Big crowd here. This place is just packed. Again, we mentioned it looking like a canned biscuit the other day. That's kind of what it looks like again tonight.
You know, and there's still a game after. We're not even at halftime of this game, and there's people filling in.
There's your lockdown defender, Morgan, going coast to coast with the steal. Good pump fake, trying to draw the foul, but she traveled before it.
You know, she knew the defender was coming right there, and she tried everything she could to avoid her. Just looked like she drug her foot a little bit there on the back end.
Yeah, I agree. Just a little bit. And listen, you're running 100 mile an hour. It's really hard to come to a complete stop like that. You're sliding. I mean, a lot of sweat out there. It's really, really tough. Not making excuses for her, but again, it's very, very tough. Coach Ballew's not happy about something. I mean, he is yelling at someone across the other side. I think that's going to be number 20, Nigeria Jones.
Ellie Britt was wide open here on the block. Nobody's seen her.
That's a long outlet pass right there. And I'm telling you what, if you're number 10, Jaden Brown, you're like, come on. Now I'm wore out. I'm tired. Here's somebody else take the ball.
1:25 to halftime, folks. Close ball game here as the Lady Wildcats are up 3.
Beautiful skip pass there. A little bit of air on it. Opened up like the Red Sea, man.
Wow. Emily Davis, that looks like that was natural.
Yeah, silky smooth is what that was from Emily Davis, averaging 8 points a game this year. Good finish there. She brings the Lady Mustangs within 1 with 1:03 to go.
You know, it looks like, I wonder if Truman, looks like the Lady Wildcats are actually going to hold for a shot here for a minute. I mean, you're up 1. I mean,
why not?
The possession arrow is going towards them for the second half, as we can see.
Why not? I think it's a fantastic idea by Coach Ballou. Essentially what you're doing is you're shortening this game. You're shortening their shot attempts, and I like it.
As you can see, the Lady Mustangs kind of changing defensively.
They're face guarding Cadence Jones right now, number 2 on the short corner on the far side of your screen.
Pass down to the quarter to Britt, back to the top of the key. Britt tried to get position, 20 seconds.
Good outlet, good run down there. That was Jaden Brown, good finish, just like that. Ellie Britt deserves that one, though. She fronted down low, and we got a turnover. All of a sudden, the momentum has swung back into favor.
You know, hold for one shot, now led up a basket, now potentially another basket, and you go from being up one, could be down 4, just like that.
In a hurry, it happened so fast. And you mentioned earlier, we got your question answered. They did front Cadence Jones. They changed up their defense. 5 seconds to go here, folks.
A design play, pass to the corner.
Moving screen or a foul on trying to break through the screen. It's a foul trying to break through the screen there. Maybe we can get a replay on that and see. You can kind of see what happened there. Although we do have free throw. There it was right there. We do have free throws coming up, so we'll get back to that. But 3.1 to go. Ellie Britt up there at the line. She drained it.
You know, it's talking about confidence. You know, we're sitting here looking. You know, they're going to bring some people up, so the inbounds, they're going to have to get the ball on the ground quickly here. Don't give them an easy shot on the other end.
It's amazing what something so elementary can do for you, like free throws. Three-quarter court heave there, no good. Folks, that was pretty fun. First half of basketball. We've got a one-possession game here with the Hoxie Lady Mustangs up 18-15 over the Truman Lady Wildcats. Scott, while we've got a second, why don't you go ahead and mention some of your sponsors if you got time?
All right, we got Meacham's Heat and Air in Manila, Las Cascada Mexican Restaurant, BNC Construction.
Well, some Mexican sounds really good right now. I mean, really
and
good.
some air in here. Whoa.
Yeah, man, it's hot. It's an oven. It's a slow cooker in here right now. It really.
And then I actually got 2 gentlemen running for justice of the peace. They're both sponsors. I mean,
that's pretty cool.
I'm the middleman. I'm the referee here. Okay.
Yeah, and you got to be careful about the favor one or the other. And which one do you announce first? You know what I mean? Like, how do you do that? You know, do you swap them out every time? Or
one of them just contacted me like a week ago. So the other one, I've kind of had him. It's Brandon Harper and Michael White.
Okay. You do it alphabetically, so there's no favoritism.
You're right. Rock, paper, scissors. You know, Andy, I'm sitting here looking. This is the first time I've seen Manila's players come out at a halftime and shoot all year. They never come out at half, and that's really kind of odd. This is the last game of regular season in your district tournament, really.
All of a sudden you're changing your rhythm up. Yeah, it's really, really interesting to me. I think, anyways. That's a good point, Scott. Obviously, you've been over at Manila enough to know, and very interesting ordeal there. Do they normally have morning shoot-arounds at the gym on game days?
Normally shoot around pretty much 7 days a week. Coach Wimberly, I know he's going to have his people ready, and Vernon Wilson, he's going to be the same way. They're both very competitive with each other. These two teams faced last year in district tournament with the double overtime. You know, that drains you going into regionals.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You play an
more.
extra game and a half, and then you know that now you're headed to, some more tougher competition. But that's basketball. That's what we're here to watch is good ball games and good effort by both teams.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and that's a good point too. Like you mentioned, man, just kind of wearing yourself down. But keep this in mind too. These kids are very, very young. I mean, they still have fresh legs at this age, and I don't know that necessarily. As far as tired legs, I don't know how much that plays a factor. Probably does a little bit. But, again, these kids they're in the best shape of their life right now. A lot better shape than we are. I can promise you that. But so, keep that in mind as well. We're actually going to try to get Coach Ballou a little interview here at halftime. I'm looking around for him right now. I talked to him earlier and told him we might be interviewing him at halftime. He said that wouldn't be a problem at all to get ready for. He obviously, out of respect, didn't want to interview at halftime of the game or anything like that, but of their game. So we're going to try to get him here at halftime of this game if we can. So, but either way, the biggest deal is for me is that this game is really close, and that makes it a lot of fun. Not only for the fans, but the fans watching at home, for everybody. A lot of people, and of course, Coach Ballou didn't believe it, but a lot of people thought Hoxie's going to kind of come in here and run away with this one, and they may still do that. But right now, man, we've got a dandy, and it's going to be another defensive slugfest is what it's going to be. It feels like, anyways. And again, the last time these two teams played, a lot closer than the first time, 46-39. The last time these two teams played, so very, very close game, very, very close action.
And I mean, I really can't tell you how much time's left on the clock. 1 second went off up here. You know, our halftime, I would expect the ladies to be coming out, but, you know, in a situation like this, how much time do you give them, Andy?
Well, I don't necessarily – here's the deal. I think every coach is different. You know what I mean? I think every coach is different. I think some of these coaches go in there, they really want to hammer away at, you know, if their team's playing sluggish, they really want to hammer away at energy. And maybe you don't stay in there very long. You get in and get out. If you're really trying to preach something as far as X's and O's and fundamentals, maybe you stay a little bit longer and go through all that stuff. So each coach is different, obviously. You know, if I'm Coach Scott Brown right now, I say, look, guys, we got a little bit of foul trouble. If we can stay out of foul trouble and still keep aggressive on the offensive end, because we shoot free throws really good, obviously, I think we're going to be just fine. You know, I really do. Now, again, what do they do here in the second half defensively, though? Because in the first half, they start off in the zone. Then at the end, they went to the man face guarding number 2, Cadence Jones. It'll be really interesting to see if they continue the face guarding or if they don't. And I believe that's Coach Blue way down there in the corner, if I'm not mistaken, in the sweater vest there.
Coach Lee Wimberly?
Or Lee Wimberly, I'm sorry.
Wimberly. Yeah,
I may go down there and get with him, guys. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get with Coach Wimberly there of Manila as I keep mixing up the Truman and Manila teams and players. Too much black and gold in here for me, especially this Bobcats being black and gold.
If I see Vernon Wilson, I'll let you know.
We tried to get a hold of Vernon earlier today and just was unsuccessful of getting a hold of him, and that's not his fault by any means. It's just I couldn't get a hold of him today. I should have called a little while before, and that was just my fault. So, but I'm going to head down there real quick. I'm going to get with Coach Wimberly. We'll go over a few things with him, and I'll be right back. Scott, you want to take over for me, bud?
Will do.
All right, thanks, sir.
So this has been a very good matchup here tonight so far. You know, it's not really been no teams ran away with it, which is, you know, that's what you want as a district tournament here watching. I mean, you're wanting your team to win, and, you know, both teams have played very hard and very well. Just Truman, you know, kind of fell there. They were down, or they were up 1 with a minute to go, and it looks like they were going to hold for 1 shot and had a turnover. And then the Lady Mustangs come back and scored 4 unanswered, less than a minute. So as the Lady Wildcats are coming out here, I still haven't seen the Lady Mustangs. They'll be out very shortly, but Andy was going to try to go over and get an interview here with Coach Lee Wimberly from the Lions. So like I said, there's a good crowd here tonight. People standing on the wall. It's that's what you expect from a district tournament, but I would expect to see a lot more people coming in here shortly. Looks like 3:15 to go. Here do we have second half action.
Guys, we're back here live at Bobcat Gymnasium here on the floor. We got 2:40 to go for the second half of the girls' action of the 3A-3 District Tourney Championship game. I'm joined by Coach Wimberly, sharp-dressed man. Man, you may be the most sharp-dressed man in here tonight. My goodness. Holy hay bells, as she said back here. Thank you. Absolutely. There we go. Guys, this is awesome. Obviously, championship atmosphere and everything. It's a crazy crowd here tonight. You guys are on a 6-game winning streak. What has kind of changed for y'all in the last 6 games?
I don't know that it's changed in the last 6 games. We played Truman in that stretch. They had a really good game plan against us. I think we changed right around Christmas. Some of our role players stepped up. And, of course, Daly does a really good job when teams concentrate on him of finding other people. And those guys have really just stepped into roles that they didn't know they were going to have early in the year. And they were young. And we've been able to get them the ball at the right time, and they've hit some big shots like the other night. We were in a funk, and our sophomore stepped up, hit a 3, and then we hit a 3 right after, and then we hit a 2. We went from down 5 up to 3, and it's kind of snowballed from there. But I feel like the team it's been this team all year. We were young and inexperienced, and took a little while to get to where they needed to be.
Obviously, you guys' defense is fantastic. I mean, clamp down defense. Is that something you guys preach a lot, and what makes that defense so special?
Yes, I'm a man-to-man guy. I was raised man-to-man. I played for Scott Boland. We played nothing but man-to-man. My assistant played for Scott Boland. We played nothing but man-to-man. And I taught nothing but man-to-man until last year, and really got with Bill Taylor, one of the best zone coaches I've ever seen, and then started watching Kermit at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And he does 1-through-1, and we kind of took the two together, and we practice it every day. Every day.
Real quick, Coach, injury updates. Anybody that's having any nagging injuries right now for the team?
No, we're good right now.
Coach, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good night, buddy.
Looks like the Lady Mustangs are going to start with the ball here in second half action. Thank Wimberly there for that little interview we had. Took time out of what he was doing to go prep for the team. I see Vernon Wilson down on the other corner. We might try to get with him in a minute. Andy. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Lady Mustangs up 3.
All right, guys, I'm back up here at the bleachers. I'm a little bit out of breath, and I'm a little bit out of shape. So if I'm huffing and puffing on the air here, I do apologize.
Nice block.
Man, that was just that was good help defense back there, not giving up on the play.
That's Jaden Brown. I thought that was J.C. Brown at first, but Jaden doesn't have a foul, so why not be aggressive?
Yeah, Coach Scott Brown says she was the stat sheet stuffer. She does a little bit of everything, and you can tell right there.
Wow, what a pass down low.
How did she get that to Mathis? I'll never know. From our angle, how did she even see her? Man, that was impressive.
Yeah, just like that, we got a 1-point ball game.
I mean, I go down there and hustle up. Next thing I know, bam, we got a ball game again. So impressive stuff here by Truman early on in the second half. We talked a little bit about what would the changes be for both teams going into the locker room here. A little bit different zone defense here from Truman. They're in a man-to-man, but they kind of come into the zone. If you watch these backside ladies here, just like that right there. Mathis trying to get the rebound there, but good job blocking out. Wilson did come up here and get it. Again, that's your high-energy player, number 1 in black. Let's see if they face guard Cadence Jones here, and they are.
Yeah, they have, looks like Jaden Brown on her. She's going to probably stay with her the rest of the game, Andy, if
you're a betting man, huh?
If I was a betting man. That's 2 times in a row down low they found Mathis. And there's Jones.
Well, here's the thing. Offensive rebounds is chaos. Everyone's defense is messed up. Usually you have your open shots off of offensive rebounds. Your best shots are usually off of offensive boards. Man, throwing it up there like a little bit of a hook shot.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would have been happy, I promise you, on that one.
That was a wild shot, and then Jones gets a wide open 3 on the other end.
She wanted that from the beginning. She hustled, found her spot, didn't go in, but she sure did. And I thought Morgan was going to go up there and contest that one, and she almost kind of just ran off there. Maybe that kind of altered the footwork there of Hoxie. Either way, Hoxie should be inbounding underneath their own go. The trigger lady's going to be Emily Davis there for the Mustangs. And we've got 143 of you on right now. We appreciate that. Audrey Williams says, I still remember Coach White from Manila teaching and preaching the 1-3-1.
Yeah, Coach White, I seen where him and his wife's still teaching. They live over there at Leachville. I just found out he had cancer. I hate it for him. He coached in Manila for years. Bob White, and he's got a lot of respect from him. What a pass!
I'm going to tell you something. Wilson for Truman moves very well without the basketball. And sorry to hear about the cancer there. That's just a sad deal. So many people are affected by that. And feels like every other week you got someone you know or a friend or a loved one. And it's just, man, we've got to get a beat on that. I mean, we really do. Kind of like Truman has had a beat on this second half.
They're on a 6-0 run here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds into it. You know, Hoxie's had some shots, just unable to finish close to the goal, and then like a careless turnover like that, you know it.
Yeah. But listen, at some point you've got to give Truman credit. Again, we talked about the grit and grind mentality of them as Morgan comes off and Jones is going to come in. They're just really gritty. And, you know, it seemed like in the second half of that Walnut Ridge game, I really thought Walnut Ridge was going to wear them down. They did not. It was the opposite.
Oh, no,
it was the opposite. And that really impressed me. And so this second half could be Truman's, man. They were a second-half team last week. We'll see if they do it again.
You know what? We're talking about careless turnovers right there. It's either miscommunication. It's kind of like McLaughlin wanted a pass, but Jones was already in transition.
Wilson out racing down the court. The floater, the little runner there, no good. And guess who got the rebound? That's Ellie Britt again. Again, the last 2 games, she's gotten 16 rebounds a game. Unreal stuff by number 30 in white.
You know, the Lady Mustangs here, they've got to score. They've got to kind of put a damper into this momentum rush.
I agree.
And, you know, it's like they're forcing it right now. They're not playing first-half basketball.
But I think it starts on the defensive end. I think you got to force some turnovers to get some easy transition buckets. You got to see that ball going in that hole a couple times in that hoop to get you some more confidence.
Nigeria Jones went flying there after the ball out of bounds. Looked like she's okay.
She went Superman. I mean, full Superman on it right there. I love it. They don't care about the body. They're going to dive after it for the betterment of their team, and I absolutely love that about.
That's that higher energetic player we were talking about.
Yes, it is. That's what Coach said this morning. So, good dribble drive, soft touch. That ball's going to go in. Great job by Jaden Brown.
She's got 8 now on the night for the Lady Mustangs, and she's leading the way.
I think that's what Hoxie has to do. Now, I know what you're thinking at home. Man, they're such a good outside shooting team. I get that. But right now, I think you got to force the issue, get some easy buckets. It starts on defense. We talked about it right there. Now you got a transition opportunity.
Up the court, that's going to be.
Wow, count the basket and on for J.C. Brown.
That's going to be Brown to Brown, Jaden Brown to J.C. Brown.
That sounds like a law firm Brown to Brown connection right there. 3:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Quick 4-0 run here by the Lady Mustangs. Kind of just took the momentum out of Truman. As he's going to call a timeout to try to get things back to normal with them.
I agree. Hey, I want you guys to see a camera angle here. It's really, really cool. It's right above the rim there. We call it the slam cam. Colton's going to click to that. You see the ball dome there? Now, he must have turtle waxed that head. It's really shiny from there, you can tell. If I'm a bird right now, I got a good bullseye there. I'm kidding.
Hey, that's a T-bird, actually.
Okay. Either way, but that's a slam cam. It's a good probably 30 feet above the floor there. Then we've also got, there it is, little Arkansas Ingenuity zip ties and duct tape, folks, and ratchet straps.
Hey.
Love it. And then we got one more camera that's up on a sideline goal. Look at this. This is really cool. I love this view right here. This is up on a goal that's got the motor that goes all the way up on the sideline here. The warm-up goals or the practice goals, I guess you could call them. And that is really neat. We'll try to go to those cameras as much as we can. If we not, that's just really cool. There's the camera there that we've got. Look at all that mess. That's a hot mess right there.
Hey, that's what happens when you come up here last night and set stuff up.
I know.
You don't have to get in a hurry today to do it.
Man, we were up here till probably, 10:30, 11 o'clock probably. Something like that, Colton. Yeah, it was a long night and didn't get much sleep. You know, these girls have big-time games. Well, it's a big-time game for us, too, as far as a production company. So we get a little nervous, a little jittery, too.
You know, I'm sure you've enjoyed having the district here.
Yes.
You know, help spread the video to people that doesn't have access. You know, we talked the other night, just in our conference, there's, Osceola.
Well, I mean, think about it. Let's do the opposite. Think about this. If it's tournaments in Truman, Hoxie, Rivercrest, there's no Walnut Ridge. There's no streaming company there at all. So absolutely, and I think there needs to be more streaming companies out there. I mean, if we can take a risk, like you guys at Manila and us here and those guys at Osceola, if we can take a risk and do it and it can be successful, I promise you can too. We're not backed by a school. We're not a school system or a long-standing radio station or TV company. It's just a bunch of individuals. You can do it too, folks.
Andy, it seemed like it got brighter in here. So I was just looking at the court. I guess sunshine kind of went down here behind us in these walls.
I think you're about to pass out because of the heat is what it is. Everything's changing. That's what it is. As Sandra Bonner says, when all else fails, duct tape to the rescue, and it does. We've used it. We need to get duct tape to sponsor us, them and the zip tie company. We got a turnover.
There's Jones coming in. Cadence Jones, she's going to come back in for the Lady Wildcats.
If Cadence Jones can leave for the amount of time that she did and you're still within one possession, I mean, honestly, if you're Coach Ballou, you take that all day long.
And she's a freshman. You know, she's young, but she is the leading scorer of this Lady Wildcat team. You want her in the game right now.
Absolutely. And listen, I know Coach Blue was extremely, confident, like he should be. Good find down there to Morgan. But listen, again, this is a Hawks team that has lost a conference game since January 2018.
That's an air ball up. They get their own rebound. Looks like they bumped each other to make her travel.
Hopefully she's okay. She kind of slipped down there and hit the concrete. That's tough when you got anything bone-wise that hits that concrete down there. It's going to hurt.
That was Nigeria Jones, sophomore. 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. Just a 2-point game.
Tell you what, Hoxie's guards do such a good job of using their body, protecting that basketball, but still getting a pretty accurate shot off. I mean, it really is impressive. You know,
they don't miss free throws there.
Exactly.
So, I mean, why not? You know, if you get fouled, if you got a chance and it goes in, then there's your 3-point play. If not, they're pretty much guaranteed too.
Well, listen, we talked about that. You know, what's different here in the second half? If I'm Hoxie, we mentioned it. Both of us did. Dribble, drive, force the issue down there. They're either going to foul you or going to get a shot off. But either way, trust your defense and start being aggressive and getting to the paint here.
You know, both of them, nothing but the bottom of the twine.
It's not touching any part of the iron, I can tell you that. These girls are absolutely, they're locked on. Dead red with these free throws.
You know, and that's something I wanted to ask Coach Brown, you know, what their free throw percentage is. You know, I would say it's very high.
I would say it's extremely high, probably the best in the conference if I had to guess, kind of like their offense is. I don't think it's no coincidence that they're the most prolific offense in 3A and they're great free throw shooters.
Great ball movement by the Lady Bobcats.
Wildcats there.
Good. It was a nice shot. It just wasn't able to fall there from the top of the key.
If you're Coach Blue, you can live with that shot. That was your high-energy player, Nigeria Jones. But, again, good open shot. You got to take it with confidence. She did. It just didn't quite rattle in.
Less than a minute to go here. Looks like the Lady Mustangs are going to kind of milk the clock out.
This is kind of right back at Truman. They try to do this before the end of the half. We'll see how it works. Sometimes it messes up the flow of the offense, too, kind of like it did Truman earlier on. We'll see how it goes here for Hoxie.
You know, they don't forget about the player down here in my corner. She's the one who knocked down 2 threes earlier. That's going to be number 24, Cassidy Clayton.
Hey, great job by Emily Davis. Fell to the floor, but she kept her dribble. That was fantastic. If she picks that ball up in any way, shape, or form, it's a travel, and Truman's at the basketball here with possibly arguably the last shot of the third quarter. So very, very just the fine details there of a basketball game. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. So great job there.
You know, I think, Andy, there's starting to be more people standing on the wall down here to my right than there was the other night.
Yeah, this is getting insane. We've got such a great crowd here, and we've got a great crowd online as well. And, guys, hey, let us know where you're tuning in from if you don't mind. Let us know where you're watching from tonight, where you're seeing this action from. We sure would appreciate that. And tell us who you're rooting for as well. And honestly, I'd love to hear some stories of other people that's went through district tournament championship games and kind of your stories and, you know, your memories of high school basketball. I know district
Memory
tournament.
lane.
Yeah, glory days, baby. They'll pass you by, I promise you. But I want to hear some stories like that because it's kind of neat. And I know when I played Corning, we hadn't went to district 27 years. And that was just a really big deal. Good find in the corner. High arcing three. No pot to go into that rainbow.
We're going to have looks like a push-off on number 30, Ellie Britt.
Tell you what, that's
Ellie's third.
I was just going to say that's Ellie's third. Listen, I can make an argument as Ellie Britt is the most important player on Hoxie. I know you're probably thinking, well, they've got several that can score. But listen, she controls the glass down there, and she starts those fast break transition points. And I'm going to tell you what, she's good with the basketball. She finds open, offensive players. So you get her in foul trouble, it's very dangerous right now for Hoxie. 5 seconds, I got to hurry up here. 2
Takes
seconds.
some quick shots coming. Oh.
I tell you what, it looked good from this side here. Man, she had it right on the line there. Guys, we played 3 quarters of action here in God's country at Bobcat Gymnasium in Corning, Arkansas. Hoxie 25, Truman 21. We got 8 more minutes to go in this one.
Yes, Truman will start with the ball here to start the fourth quarter. You know, they've kind of went on a drought. You know, I don't know. I think they scored 2 points maybe. If they even scored in the third quarter. I think it was 21-18.
I think you may be right, actually, yeah. So defense by Hoxie has definitely stepped up. Now, keep in mind, Truman did have a couple open shots. They just missed, a couple turnovers down there. We got Tammy Watson. She's watching from Hoxie, or she's going for Hoxie. Donna Pinkston. Ellie Britt is a beast under the go. She is that, Donna. Gracie Scott's watching from the baseline. Look, hey, let's look. Hey, find somebody on their phone on the baseline, JR. We've got to find her. Gracie Scott from the baseline. Do you see anybody on the phone? This is like Where's Waldo? It's like
Where's
Blues,
Waldo?
It's like Blue's Clues. I don't see her.
Well,
She's hiding behind somebody.
Hiding behind somebody, yes.
Jean Harris watching from Oklahoma City. Wow. Fantastic. Jean Harris. Melissa Toon Baker watching from Manila Go Lions. Brittany Sutton, Strawberry.
There's Landon. I-56, middle of nowhere.
Love it. You get service there? That's awesome. Mitchell Barks from Manila. Sifford says, go Mustangs. Ronnie Cassidy, glad y'all on tonight. Ended up not being able to make it there. Thanks, very, very welcome. Holly Adams watching from Leachville on YouTube, rooting for the Lions. Oh, here's a good one. D'Antonio Hawkins, 3 years champions, back-to-back-to-back. Rivercrest, 95, 96, 97, conference champions. Also fun times. Love that. That's awesome memories, man. Like I said, Corning hadn't been to the regionals in 27 years, and we got to the district, we made it, and it was just, I'll never forget how joyous the coach was, the fans were, my teammates. It's just something you never forget, these type of moments like these games right here. You really don't. Corner 3 up, no good.
Truman's, they've got to get the ball to the go. Is their 3-point right now is struggling, Andy.
It is. Good defense, though. Maybe here's where you get it on the transition. Actually, they hold up. Ballou wanted them to go. And now there's he's mad. Coach Ballou wanted them to push the issue there. Again, a lot going on, big stage, a lot of people here. I mean, hey, those things happen. We got to remember, these are still teenagers,
They are. Truman's kind of, they've come out with a different offensive, looks like mindset for the first half, Andy. They were attacking the go. Now they're not even really getting down there. It's just when they can get an open look, they're pulling the trigger.
Something I would like to see more from Truman in the second half is movement away from the basketball. Let's watch that the next series. That's very key. This stage can't be too big for Hoxie. God, they've been in it so long, but it just feels like every time they start to push that lead out, they start turning the ball over. Scott?
Coach Scott Brown over right now, he's not happy about this. Like he said, they've been here. This is not the first rodeo from them.
It's just another game is what he said. That's why he was
just
taking.
Another game.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only won 15 straight.
Only. I love that. How did she get in the lane? Tough shot, no good. Down there for the rebounds, Jaden Brown. She skied it, high pointed that one there. Good job by her. Dribble drive. She's going to take it coast to coast. Soft touch, it's in. Man, from the Pacific to the Atlantic, number 10 in white.
Check out this replay. She gets right to the lane.
And I don't think she ever hesitated. Look at her. She's full throttle.
Like the defense was kind of offset there, Andy, where
Absolutely.
they wasn't expecting her.
Man, Truman cannot buy a three-point basket right now, bless their hearts. Travis Caldwell says, I remember Coach Hudspeth for Manila, and I also remember Coach White and Coach Carr as well. Go Manila looks win the district. Let's win the district, I think is what he meant, but his phone's like mine. It always messes him up there. Ronnie Cathy says, Lions. Gracie Scott, that's my dog. She has a dog here? I'm kidding. Lynette Johnson.
That's a bobcat.
I know. Lynette Johnson watching the games from Piggott. We appreciate you for tuning in. We'll get to some more of you guys, but we got 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Nice dribble drive kick out. Oh, I thought she was going to shoot that. She slices, dices, and carves her way inside, but no good. Britt with the offensive board. Man, she's like Dennis Rodman down there as Britt. There's a knack about timing your jumps. There's a knack about footwork and getting in the right place at the right time, and Britt she just gets it. She has that it factor on the boards.
Yes, that was an amazing move there by Cassidy Clayton, going through 3 or 4 defenders to even make a shot possible.
Yes.
And then Britt cleaning it up behind her.
And she was very unselfish. I just knew she was going to throw up a 3-point basket there, and she didn't. Peggy Prater says, thanks, Corning Sports Report. Several under the weather and couldn't attend the game. You are doing a great job. Go Mustangs. Gracie Scott, I'm Coach Brown's sister. Okay, turnover here. Well, Gracie, you're about to be happy. Easy layup for J.C. Brown. That's the leading scorer there, and we got a timeout. And, by the way, we talked about Hoxie not being able to push out the lead. Well, guess what? Just like that, 10-point game.
Andy, I'm pretty sure that's a 13-0 run here in the second half. For the Mustangs, that's huge.
And, again, we talk about defense being so critical. Your defense sometimes runs makes your offense for you. you know, and it has this second half for Hoxie. If you're Truman, Coach says, listen, we've got 5:28 left in this district tournament, okay? Let's throw it. Let's leave it all out there right now. I want, you know, aggressive on defense, help defense, switching, whatever we got to do. If I'm them, the biggest deal this. I'd almost have one person for sure say, listen, you're going to be the safety. I don't care where you're at on the court. It doesn't matter. If you're at the top of the elbow, it don't matter. Go back there. You're going to be the safety. They've got to get somebody back on defense right now and stop the ball early. When they run back on defense right now, they're going down into the lane right there where the block is. Well, that's not going to help you much. You got to stop that ball early, turn these girls, make them do something with it.
You know, and on, you know, if you're the opposite side right now of Hoxie, you know, we was talking about a while ago, they're getting a big lead and then the turnovers start to occur, you know. That's something right now Coach Brown's telling them, look, you know, we're up 10. You have to take care of the ball here in the end of the game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Ronnie Kevin says it packed like it was Thursday night. Only seat we found was with Scott then. I want to tell you something. It is packed. Now, we don't have people up and down the middle of the aisles like we did Thursday, but I think we got more people in the baseline. We got people standing right now in the concession stand area. I don't know if we can get a camera on that or not here in a minute, but we will. We got a bunch of people standing in the concession stand area. I think it is, to be honest with you. Short jumper, no good. Whose rebound is it? You know, see if we can get the concession stand area. Look at this. We've got people standing back here in the concession stand area just waiting to get in here right now. It is definitely jam-packed, full to capacity.
You know, we were talking about the other night, what if the officials want to clear that baseline off for security purposes?
And I think that's their call. I think that's their judgment call. I've always been told you can't be underneath the center of the baseline there. You can kind of be in the corners. They're okay with that. But, you know, safety reasons, I think they could if they wanted to. That's their call, obviously. But we've got Memphis Moore, thanks. Sick and needed something to watch. Well, Memphis, kick your shoes off, brother. Get you something to drink, probably some whole milk there. Get you some medicine. And, man, tune in here. We're going to be your entertainment here for a few hours. We're going to take you through all of our cameras again just to show you everything we got tonight. We've got 4 of them. We had 6 set up, but unfortunately one of them is not working. We're going to try to fix that here at the end of this game. I love that camera right there. That's my favorite of them all right there. That's just a unique thing. I don't know if anybody else is doing that in the entire state. And that right there is awesome, too, the slam cam. We may get some slams on that, by the way.
This next game.
Yes, sir. Look there. I love it, man. Absolutely love it.
And we can have an instant replay of it tonight.
I love it. Hey, here's something else I don't understand. Is it just a thing for referees to have bald hair? Two out of 3, as Meatloaf would say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of our 3.
Well, he's only got a third of her.
Do you think it's by choice? Yeah. Do you think it's by choice? Is it a choice, or do you think it's just one of those things where, you know, Father Time kind of gets the best of you?
Well, I would hope so. I don't see how it'd help you with, you know, all that sweat running down you. I know that if I'm sweating here, they're running up and down the court right now.
Yeah, I guarantee you. With pants on, black pants on at that. Oh, Coach Brown wanted to throw down his clipboard. Now, the other night he threw it down. That's a tough clipboard. Can we get the make of that clipboard? I'm going to tell you something. That thing took a hit the other night, this clipboard. I don't know what company that is, but, man, you guys do it right. We can almost see the play there. Let's see what Coach Brown's drawing up here. Do you see authority? He's using that marker with authority, man.
He's saying, take care of the ball.
Yeah, exactly. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Got 208. That's a big-time number, guys. We appreciate y'all. Randall Godwin's on with us. Truman needs to get back to the inside game. Hey, Randall, I would agree with that. I really, really would. I mean, right now they got to do something. You've seen a little bit of a three-quarter court press there. Maybe we'll see a little bit of that on made baskets, you know. We'll see.
You know.
They made a basket. That was a problem in the second half. So,
you know, their defense, you know, we've had 2 timeouts in the past 30 seconds of play. As they stepped up on defense, they have to step up offensively here.
And here's where you need a leader. But here's the problem right now if you're Truman, though. Who is that? Honestly, right now, scoring-wise, rebounding-wise, it's Cadence Jones. But do you rely on a freshman to be the leader in a late game in a big game? That's pretty tough, man.
Yeah, if she's a 9th grader, I'm going to say she's not been here.
Exactly. You know, this is a big stage right here for these girls. I mean, it really is.
You know, this is a big seeding on the regional tournament now next week at Searcy.
Yeah. Very, very true. I know Coach Brown kind of downplayed it a little bit, but it is very important for seeding. Of course, if you believe in your team, it's irrelevant. But,
you know, as he said, the season doesn't end tonight, win or lose.
It's very true. Now, Coach Brown was totally okay with that. Now, there's 4:26 to go. I think it's too much time to start playing kind of that turtle game where you kind of slow it up.
Play not to lose.
Exactly. I think it's a little too soon to do that, so I'm okay with that shot there. She's usually very good at shooting that open three.
You know, Andy, and I'm glad you brought that up. You know, some teams do that through the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, do you play to win or do you play not to lose?
There you go. Open three. Will it finally go down? No. Man, there's butter on that rim. They have tightened the rims up tonight on that side. My goodness.
McLaughlin had a great look. It just wouldn't fall for her.
And how many times have we said that in the second half? Let's say probably 4 or 5 times. If half of those go down, this is a different ball game right now.
It's a 3-4 point game,
yeah,
if that.
Yeah. Morgan, the best defender, gets a hand on it. It's going to be a foul, I think, on J.C. Brown. I could be wrong.
A push-off.
That was a loose ball, and it was anybody's basketball at that point.
That's Brown's third foul of the game.
You've got 3:47 to go. That could play a factor. We'll see. We'll see.
You know, as they picked up fouls early here, the Lady Mustangs, and then they just kind of quiet down on fouls. Only 2 fouls the entire second half.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Wilson would have took that one down low. Good find. And I tell you what, we talked about needing a leader.
We have someone hurt here,
I hope
Andy.
she's okay. Good job by our cameraman getting the camera off of her, and I hope she's okay. It's a Hoxie Lady Mustang.
Looks like she's holding her ankle.
Folks, she's up right now, and gosh, I hope she's okay. She looks like she's in pain, bless her heart. And out of respect, we're going to keep the camera off of her, and that's Ellie Britt. My goodness, she's tough as nails, too, tough as they come, and she's limping off right now. And finally, Coach gets a hold of her right about half court, and he's talking to her. Man, I hope she's going to be okay. Coach Brown up here right about half court. She's going to come off the court. She's gingerly limping. Can you tell which is it the right foot?
Andy, I'm not sure. There was a big huddle around her down there.
Yeah, boy, I sure hope she's okay.
The good thing is she's walking herself off the court.
You got to find the positives and stuff like this, and she is. She's walking herself off the court, and that's fantastic. And gosh, all the good thoughts, vibes, and prayers are going out to her family and obviously her. And man, she's such a big part. I talked earlier. I said she's the X factor. I think she's the most important player. I really do. You hate to label somebody that because they're all so good on this Hoxie team. But
it's going to be the left. Is it what we're seeing over here?
Yes, it is. You're right. The left ankle. I tell you what, down low, strong, going back up, get the offensive board. Are they going to count the basket? No, they're going to wave it off. Cadence Jones is trying to take over. The last 2 possessions, she has been very strong down
How about
there.
that for a freshman?
Man. She's flipping it. She's got that killer instinct, that kind of Kobe Bryant killer instinct. Everyone knows who's getting the ball, and it doesn't matter.
You know, like you said right now, someone is going to have to step up.
There it is right there.
Nothing but twine.
That's a locket. She tickles a twine. Nothing but nylon from Morgan, and they've got some life back, does Truman. The crowd's getting into it. 3:25 to go. A 3-quarter press. They can finally press on a made basket.
Well, no one's back here.
You know, some people would say that's a really smart foul there. Don't give up the easy layup. But with Hoxie, how they shoot free throws, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but either way, they're going to get 2 at the charity stripe here, and that's going to be number 13, J.C. Brown. Again, she's averaging 15 a game, folks, the leading scorer for Hoxie. Man.
She's got 11 so far on the night. No, that is 8. I mean, Jaden Brown has 10.
Yeah, the pole's kind of in our way from where we're sitting on the back of the goal there. So I'll give you a little benefit of the doubt there.
Again, made free throws.
He just, that's one of those things where, and that's one of those things you got to practice on your own. You get a little bit of time in practice. Corner 3, it's up, no good. High rebound, Hoxie's got it. But you got to want to do that on your own some too. You got to spend some time on that to be a really good free throw shooter.
Quick transition down the court. No hesitate at all about pulling it there.
That kind of helps Truman out. It saves a little bit of time here. Here comes Jones, kick out.
Emily Davis, we're fixing to have a back court.
Yeah. Oh, hope she's okay. It's easy. She's trying to pump the brakes there and then gets ran over. And you got to be careful there. Now, if it happens simultaneously, it could be a foul too. Of course, as soon as she touches it, though, it plays dead.
Did you see Coach Brown there telling Emily Davis to think a little bit? You're up 9 now here with under 3. Do you pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Or do you try to milk some clock out?
Yeah. Great defense down there by Hannah McLaughlin. Jumper. It's up. No good off the backboard. Who's it off on? They're going to say
the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, Truman basketball. Hannah's going to be your trigger later. No, she's not, actually. Wilson's going to be your trigger lady underneath their own goal with 2:33 to go here. I kind of thought Morgan might shoot that again. She just made one. She's got the hot hand for it, if anybody does right now, for Truman. Good.
Nice move.
Hey, good dribble drive on the baseline there.
Hannah McLaughlin with a, knockdown shot here makes it a 7-point game.
Man, just like that in a hurry, they're racing. The Mustangs, they're thoroughbreds there, racing down the court like Secretariat.
That's J.C. Brown, in transition down the court very quickly.
Corner three. Oh, in and out for
Wow.
Jones. We talked about Truman's got to get back on defense in the second half, and they haven't quite done it, to be honest with
Look,
you.
you're 3-on-1, Andy, and
Yeah.
pulling the ball out. If you're Coach Brown there, do you want to kill some time, or do you want to go ahead and make the 2 easy points?
To me, listen, 3-possession game in my mind, if you hit 3 threes, obviously it's assuming they don't score. I'm still scoring right now.
Oh, yeah.
If we're at the 30-second mark and I'm up by 9, that might be a little different, but I think I'm going to go ahead and be aggressive and score.
A missed free throw.
I didn't just see that. that just happened, folks. History here at Bobcat Gymnasium. Corner three, it's up, it's in, count it! She buries it home, does Hannah. She gives them life again. 6-point game, 2 possessions. Coach Ballew's got an opportunity here. He calls timeout.
This is a full timeout, too. They're fixing to talk this over as Browns. If you're Coach Brown here in the Mustangs, what do you tell the girls?
Well, right now, here's my thing. Take care of the basketball. And I say it just like that, one word at a time. Take care of the ball. Because if you do that and you don't turn it over, one of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to run the clock out or they're going to foul you. What do we do the best? We shoot free throws.
Hey, free throws, win you. I mean, they win you games.
They do.
I was talking,
or they lose you games. I mean, it's the truth.
I was talking to the gentlemen earlier from Seminole Nation over here, and Osceola shot 11 for 31 against Rivercrest the other night.
Yeah.
11 for 30. That's 20 missed free throws.
Yeah, and I'll get to that here in a minute as well. Charles Thaxton is watching from Earlville, Illinois, 40 minutes from Sweet Home, Chicago.
Hey,
that's awesome.
The Cubs.
Oh, good Lord. Here we go. Here we go. Is this the Redline or the CSR? Okay. All right, awesome. 1:32 to go. Hey, dangerous. Morgan almost had it. Ball's on the ground. Somehow Clayton came up with it and kicks it out. A fortuitous bounce goes in favor of Hoxie. That was big. A lot of time left.
Truman had an opportunity there to get the ball down the court quickly.
A big-time opportunity at that. Lisa Davies is watching from Havana, Arkansas. She says, go Lady Wildcats. Number 3 is who she's cheering for.
We'll give you a little update here on Ellie Britt over there. As they're taping her foot, here late in the game, if I don't think you use her unless you absolutely have to.
Man, I wouldn't, because like he said, to him, I know he downplayed it, but
it's just another game.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. Carla Penton's watching from Kentucky. She's going for Truman. That's awesome. The Bluegrass State. Thank you for tuning in. Stolen. Look at that.
Wow.
Great job by J.C. Brown. She's got one person to beat. Good defense down there by Hannah. The board goes to Hoxie, though. Man. That's Sexton down there for Hoxie. She just recently come in, and she's been aggressive, and I tell you, she saved the day there for Hoxie.
Scott Brown wanting a foul there. But, we're talking about the offensive rebound. You missed the shot. You attack the go here, even up 7 here with a little over a minute to go. Every point counts right now.
Yeah, it's very true, and totally agree. The second one is up and good, and my goodness, it's just like that. The free throws get them up real big. And I mean, how many free throws have they made in the second half?
I know how many they've missed. 1. I think they've only missed 1 the entire game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Scott. I really do. And again, we alluded to that before the game started. That was one of the big deals. One of the, obviously instrumental parts of their success was the free throw shooting. Nice feed down low. Kind of pivot back off the glass. Soft touch by Hannah. Tell you what, Hannah's been that person who's flipped the switch here at the end, and she is a junior.
13 points now on the night.
Yeah, average 10 coming in on the game. And I tell you what, if they can get Hannah going, And Wilson started off really good, and she's kind of sputtered out a little bit here at the end. But if Wilson had a better game, and you can get Cadence Jones and Hannah McLaughlin going into the same game, that's a very dangerous Truman team.
You hate to say, Coach Blue here, don't foul, but you got to go for the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Scott Townsend Jr., do not utter that name again. I don't know what.
She must be talking about the Cubs.
Oh, yeah, please.
That's my next-door neighbor.
You. Nikki, thank you. My gosh, completely useless by September, the Cubs. Alexandra Ryan Hampton's tuned in with us. We appreciate you, Alex, for tuning in with us. James Cochran. Who y'all got in the next game? That's a good question. We still got 52 seconds to go on this one. We'll get to that here at the end of this one. I promise, but we'll get to that one, James, here in just a second. Coach Blue's not happy. He didn't want that. He didn't want Jason to get that inbound pass. Oh, that was so close to being a turnover, but it's going to be a foul.
They just let 9 seconds go off the clock and then foul her underneath the goal on the other end.
Oh, it's tough, man. If you're a coach, it just makes you want to pull your hair out. Surprised these coaches, either one of them have hair. So, James Cochran says, I've got Manila by 10. Again, James, we'll get to that here just as soon as this game's over. In and out. We saw another one. Holy hay bells. That's how good they shoot. We say holy hay bells when they miss. It's crazy. Lori King, no sound, or is it just on my end? Lori, I think it's just on your end because I think everybody else has sound right now.
2 missed in a row.
Wow, I'll tell you what. Can Truman take advantage of it? Still some time left in this ball game. Dribble drive. High post. Jones. Nice jump step. Goes up and one. Count the basket. Number 2 in black. She's not ready for this night to be over.
What a move there by
That's a
Jones.
power move right there.
Left hand,
by the
too.
freshman. Had a little English on that ball as well. Shoots that one with confidence. It's a ball game here, Scott. 5-point game, 35 to go. Who do you foul? We've got a newbie in here, and that's number 21, and that's Hayden Sexton. Now Coach Scott Brown, very smart, has her on the very far end of the court. I would foul away from the basketball, and I would foul her. She hasn't been in the game very long. I mean, that's who I think that's who I would go after.
Coach Aaron Ballou there, that's what he was saying, foul. The ball gets in bounds, go for the steal of the foul, and they're sitting there watching Brown. Now she knocks down a free throw on the other end. 33.3 seconds to go here.
Peggy Pryor says, Jason Hampton, good ref, great person. Love it. Antonio Cannon, Osceola will beat Manila. Go Knowles. Nikki Tyler, he knows. I love it. Kristen Sutt says, it's so hot in here. Can they turn the air off? Hey, Kristen, I second that. Under 30 to go here. Morgan's got an open 3 from the top of the key. No good. Offensive board, though, by Hannah. Battling down there. They're trying to stay alive. Down to Jones. Going up left-handed again. Yeah, that was like Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. BEA, beautiful move down there.
5-point game.
Man, you need a turnover here. You really do off this inbound.
Truman's not giving up, Andy.
No, they are not. We talked about earlier, they're a very gritty team, that grit and grind mentality, and they've definitely got it tonight. As Amber Leach tuned in with us, thank you very much for jumping on. Ronnie Cathy says, yes, sounds great. James Cochran. Cadence Jones may be the best 9th grader in the state. I'm not going to bet against her, I can tell you that.
You know what? Here's 2 possessions in a row down the court that she's dominated to get to the basket with a move. Here in the senior high district, close ball game, you wouldn't expect to see the freshman do that. But she kind of went quiet there, and then now she's back.
Man, she just it's like Coach said something to her. It's like something just clicked. And I think maybe there comes a realization at some point on the time clock where you're like, man, we've got to go. We've absolutely got to go. Very important inbound here by Hoxie. She can move now down there. Going deep, and it's going to be complete. Touchdown pass there to J.C. Brown. Dribbling out the time, and, of course, I don't think that's the one you want to foul. She's definitely their leading scorer. And
wearing 13, has 13.
Scott Brown's untucked his shirt. He means business now.
That's what I was just wondering. Either his shirt's stretched or
Scott, he said that, not me, Coach. It's up, and it's good. She buried that one.
13.7 seconds to go in here in this one.
Guys, if you are listening with us, let's share this feed if you can. Let's get these kiddos seen. Get it out there for everyone to watch and get some exposure. Missed the second one. 2-possession game. They got to hurry. Here's Jones. Dribble drive. She's going for a layup. 7 seconds to go.
If you're Hoxie, you know what she's doing. Why? Less than 5 seconds. Don't touch the ball. Just stay there.
Great job by the Hoxie Lady Mustangs. Congratulations to them. Your 3A-3 district tournament champions, the Hoxie Lady Mustangs. That's their 16th win in a row. They'll take the trophy back home. And, Scott, I got to be honest, that's not the only trophy they won this year.
No, Coach Brown talked beginning of the game with confidence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he did. And as they're going to pray here, so we're going to go off the audio for just a second. I'm sorry, guys. We'll be right back. Hang on just a second. Amen there. Great fight by Truman, though. Coach Ballou had the confidence coming in. And, listen, a couple little things go right from – listen, another thing, too. Coach, actually, let's go to the audio out there. Can we go to some audio out there?
Your conference runner-up in the ladies division this year is the Walnut Ridge Lady Wildcats. And your conference champions of the 3A-3 are the Hoxie Lady Mustangs. And now the district runner-up this year will be the Truman Lady Wildcats. And your 2019-2020 district tournament champions, the Hoxie Lady Mustangs. Good luck to all four of our teams in the region this upcoming week.
And we're back here on the headset. Congratulations to both teams, seriously, because both teams fought, did a great job. A lot of people didn't think Truman would even get to this point. I know they were the 3 seed, so it's not necessarily an upset over Walnut Ridge, but no, I think a lot of people were just assuming a Lawrence County rivalry for the championship game, and Truman had different plans. They really did. So congratulations to them for the runner-up, and great job by Hoxie and Ellie Britt. We sure hope she's okay. You see the foot down there. Man, we sure hope that young lady's okay because that is tough. She's a big part of this Hoxie Mustang team, and I'm not saying they won't have people step up because I'm sure they will, but you hope that she's going to be okay. So all of our good thoughts are with her. And actually, if any family members hear about her, if she's here in the next day or two, any kind of updates, we'd love to hear it. We really would because I'd like to know if she's going to be okay or not. So again, you don't want to speculate because we don't really know what the heck we're talking about up here when it comes to medical stuff. I'm just going to tell you the truth. So you don't want to speculate with anything like that, and we're not going to dare, but it sure did look pretty rough. And, again, all of our thoughts are with her. Guys, that was our ladies district tournament championship. Next up, we're going to have boys. It's going to come to you here in about probably 10 minutes or so, if I had to guess. We're going to have the number 1 seed Manila Lions. They're going to duke it out. A little bout on the hardwood out here with the number 3 seed Osceola Seminoles. That's going to be a dandy. Guys, we got 200 on right now. If y'all don't mind, share this feed for us, folks. Share this feed. Let's get these kids seen. Let's get them out there and get some exposure for these young kids. You never know. Someone might be on that stream on your friends list that might see it, might be an assistant coach somewhere, and might change one of these kids' lives. So we would really, really appreciate that. Thanks for Jimmy Leach for tuning in. Loretta Sifford says, congrats, Mustangs. James Cochran, I love the teams praying together. First class. Brittany Schmidt. Jenna Lawrence from Melbourne is best freshman in the state, already offers from Ole Miss and multiple D1s. Very cool. Did not know that, Brittany. Thank you. Now, is she a freshman? Yes, she did say best freshman. That's fantastic. But tell you something, cadence is a good one, too. We've seen it all tournament long. I'm sure the Truman fans have seen it all season long. Nikki Tyler, congratulations to my girls, J.C. Brown, Jaden Brown. I guess you're all right, Scott Brown. Yeah, I guess he's not bad. He's not a bad coach. Jerry and Paula Decker, great job, Mustangs. Thanks, Corning Sports. Well, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We really do appreciate you guys. You guys have rocked. Somehow, I don't know how, we're just 6 months in existence, and we're the number 1 viewed social media streaming company in the state of Arkansas. I just don't get it, man. You guys are unbelievable. I'm going to go get to a camera and move it out of the way here for just a second. Hang on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Todd Ewan says, great job, guys. Thanks for the live feed. Great game. Yes, it was. It was a really good game. I know Hoxie kind of extended that lead there at the end, but give Truman credit. Thank you, Todd, for tuning in with us. You've been really good to us. Gail Walker says, love our Lions heart. Ronnie Cathy, wasn't Scouts there Thursday? You know, that's a good question. And, Ronnie, I don't know the answer to that. We've got an announcement. Hang on. Oh, district tournament T-shirts. Okay, so we got district tournament T-shirts on sale. I was making sure we didn't have another NASCAR Dodge Ram out there with the 16 on the side of the bumper. I love Arkansas. You guys are just fantastic, man. I love that kind of stuff. Steve Knox says, that seems like a stretch unless the Seminoles fall apart. Hey, Steve, you never know, man. Listen, in a one-game setting, I'm going to reserve the right to say anything is possible, man. I mean, you just never know. And, of course, you've done this long enough, you know, too. But Jenny Noble says, go Mighty Lions. Andy Earls, Jenna Lawrence is the real deal, my friend. Well, hey, if anybody knows, Steve would know, and I appreciate you guys for letting me know that. And I don't know if Melbourne has a streaming company, but man, we need to get that girl seen too. Of course, obviously, someone's already seen her. If Ole Miss is already knocking on the door, that's an SEC team, obviously. Nikki Tyler says, "Let's go Lions." Logan Lunsford's watching. Corey Hill says, "Let's go Lions." Hey, Corey, we appreciate you for tuning in with us, guys. I'm going to tell you a little bit, just a little bit here, about, as we got 8 minutes to go before tip-off of the 3A-3 District Tournament Championship between the boys. Let's talk a little bit about the Manila Lions here, okay? They come in the number 1 seed in this ball game, 23-5 overall, 13-3 in this conference at 3A-3. They're ranked number 6 in the entire 3A. Number 6. That is fantastic stuff, folks. Best defensive team in the conference right now by the numbers, and they hang their hat on that, as you heard Coach Wimberly talk about earlier in our interview. They are absolutely the best defensive team. So, listen, defense win. They say offense wins games, defense wins championships. Well, we'll find out here tonight. Also, about Manila, their losses this year. They come to a very good Blytheville team. Lost to Truman twice, who was the number 5 seed in this conference. How good is this darn conference, man? It's unbelievable how good this conference is. So, and it's just awesome stuff. I'm about to get to the guys that are on our Redline Media Alliance page. I'm about to get to you guys in just a second. And then they, one of the things, if you could say, does Manila have a weakness? The only one that I can think of is maybe rebounding. And here's why. In their 5 losses, the average rebounding differential was -10 for Manila. Let me repeat that. In their 5 losses, the average rebound margin was -10 for the Manila Lions. So maybe there is a weakness there. And I tell you what's really neat about that is, on the other end, we'll talk about that. It's strength versus weakness on that. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Manila is an extremely efficient team from the free throw line. We just seen Hoxie ladies. They were extremely efficient from the line. And here comes, I love that view right there, man. That is awesome. What did that lady say last night? What did she say? She said we're the bomb.com. That's it. That view is the bomb. I'm not cool enough to know these things, guys. I'm sorry. Or hip enough. But, again, Manila extremely efficient from the free throw line. Let's give you a good sample size, but let's give you a what have you done for me lately. So, out of the last 10 games, they have shot as a team over 70% from the charity stripe. That came in to be very important in the girls' game. We'll see if it becomes very important here in the boys' game as well. Getting over here to the Osceola Seminoles. They are coached by Vernon Wilson. And Vernon right now has his team at 14-5 overall, 12-4 in Conference 3A. They are the highest scoring team, potent offense, averaging 74 a game in conference. You got a big-time defense versus a big-time offense, contrasting styles, and I love it. They're on a 7-game winning streak right now, are the Osceola Seminoles. And 3 games, they had a 3-game losing streak before that. So something clicked within these 7 games, and it's just starting to work for them. And so a big deal for them right now is double-digit numbers in assists in 9 of the last 10 games. They've only been out-rebounded 3 times all year long. We talked about the weakness for Manila being rebounding. Well, the strength for Osceola is them crashing the boards. It'll be really interesting here. Now, a weakness for Osceola, they've only shot above 60% from the free throw line once this year. Think about that. Remember, we talked about how good Manila is from the free throw line. Again, contrasting styles. They've only shot above 30% from the three-point line twice. Not a very good jump shooting team is Osceola, but you sit there and think, well, man, how in the world are they the highest scoring team in the conference then at 74 a game? Well, I'll tell you, they average about 13 steals a game over their last 10 games, and I haven't seen a team that is as good in transition with the basketball as Osceola, and you'll see that tonight. And that's why they're double-digit in assists in 9 of their last 10 games as well. Head-to-head here between these two team folks. They played twice this year. Manila has owned both games. The first one was 70-58. The second one was 55-63. I wouldn't necessarily say either game being a blowout, but that second one was obviously a little bit closer, a single-digit game. Guys, we got 207 on with us right now. We got 3:45 to go here before we tip it off in God's country for the District 3A-3 Tournament Championship game in the boys. Again, congratulations to the Hoxie Lady Mustangs. Share this feed for us, folks. We sure would appreciate it. Jackie Eddings says, go Lions. Dalton Carter, who won the girls' championship? That was Hoxie, buddy. Doug Rose, good job. You'll for what you are doing, love it. Crystal Rawson said, let's go Lions. Linda Coleman, go Lions. Dennis Kirk, let's go Lions. Let's beat them Seminoles once again. Very hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. Keep that in mind. But Manila's up for the task, I can tell you that as well. Chris Cole says, let's go Lions. Lisa Sharp cheering for the Manila Lions. A ton of people on right now for the Manila Lions. Can we go back to the Redline there? I didn't get a chance to answer them. I'm going to go back to the Redline Media. We've got an extension company here at CSR called Redline Media Alliance. It's our company too, but when we do non-corning events, we stream to it. We got several on there as well. Roger Cox says it's almost that time for the Lions. Whitney Washington says, Osceola versus Manila. Let's go Seminoles. She has 2 hearts. J.R. Rourke says, congrats to the Hoxie Lady Mustangs Senior District Champions. Thank you, J.R. He's on our staff here. Cynthia Bowen says, prayers for the young lady who was injured. Yes, Ellie Britt, we sure hope she is okay. And again, if the Hoxie fans will keep us updated, I'd love to know that. I know we're from Corning, but still, I love that view right there. That is awesome. That is just so cool, man. Nobody else in the state's doing that kind of stuff right there. I love that. Connie Pendergrass says, holy hay bells, you and your staff are the reason for being number 1 in the state. Connie, that's really, really sweet, but it's you guys who support us is why we're number 1 in the state. Think about this. We're a team or a school that's in a 3A conference. We're a town that's, probably population 3,000 when the census comes out, if not less. Our football team was our first stream, and when it came off of the state's longest losing streak of 42 straight games, and we went to stream them, all that doesn't speak very good, ratings. Obviously, our basketball teams have kind of struggled this year for different reasons and been a tough year. That don't really speak ratings. What speaks ratings is you guys. You guys have been off the charts for us, and it means the world to me. I know, and the rest of the guys here, too. We've got Mr. Colton Ladyman, our director, giving me the YouTube. George Zayas, man, that's our buddy from New York City, New York. The Smoker Talk and Pug Life Chronicles. He does a fantastic job, the sharpest dressed man either side of the Mississippi in live streaming. I really appreciate him watching from the Big Apple. Sorry I didn't get to you YouTubers. I apologize. Kent Young says, what quarter? Well, Kent, we're about to start the first quarter, my man. Casey Newsom says, go Seminoles, 2 thumbs up. Thank you all for tuning in with us. We sure do appreciate you. I'm going to give that back here, and we can change it back to the CSR there. As my buddy Scott from the Mighty Manila Lions, Scott Townsend Jr. is going to get back up here and join me on the headset. We're going to go through some starting lineups. Colton, can we get the audio from one of the other cameras for just a second? We can hear the starting lineups. And we're back here. We just want to get the PA announcer there. The Silver Fox, Mr. Ronnie Jones on the PA, getting the starting lineup for us. Got my buddy Scott here with me. We're about to tip it off, folks. Guys, buckle up, get in your comfy seat, kick off your shoes, get your cold glass of whole milk, and enjoy this one, folks. This is going to be a dandy.
Andy, I thought there was a lot of people here last game.
This
Look
is
at the
crazy.
cheerleaders. There's probably 40 cheerleaders between the two schools.
Yeah, we got people standing up there on the top up there, almost sitting on the top of the rails up there, not even on seats.
Looks like that's going to be Brian Gonzalez and Stefan Coleman is going to jump.
Here we go, guys. Championship Saturday right here in God's country. It's time. Manila's going to control your tip there. That was Wagner getting it there.
You can already see here on the bottom of the screen, they're fixing a face guard Baloo off go.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Trey Moore from the Seminoles.
Yeah, Moore's doing a good job. He's a senior out there. Baloo somehow got it anyways. And he's aggressive, even with a guy face guarding him.
Looks like the Lions are going to go in a 1-3-1 defense here.
Very extended, too. I mean, way out there. They trust those backside guys to get back in a hurry. Osceola is very quick, though.
Newsom over to Hooks. Back to Newsom again.
That's dangerous in that corner down there.
You know, the Seminoles not really forcing anything here early down low.
No,
You know, the Lions come down and shot quickly, and Seminoles just kind of hanging around. Newsom with a deep three. Off the top of the goal, so it will be Lions ball.
I wonder what that looked like from our slam cam. That would have been an interesting little view there. Here we go, guys. 6:57 to go in the first quarter. Again, hey, let us know where you watching this game from, who you cheering for. Got 265 on right now. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. It should be a dandy. Gonzo wants that ball down low, and great job down there on the defensive side by Littleton for not letting him have it. Baloo gets open. Far corner. Thinking about testing here. Thinking about testing more. Open three. It's up. No
Kyle
good.
Wagner pulled it.
Gonzo with a rebound. The offensive board. Series alive.
You know, that could be a key factor here in this game is offensive rebounds from both squads.
Well, we talked about before you got here how good of a rebounding team Osceola is. In Manila's 5 losses, the rebound margin was -10. Keep that in mind. They're feeding the big guy down low. He goes up offensive board. There's a foul. Feed the big fella and let him go to work, and he's being very physical down there with Osceola bigs.
Dalen Love is going to be charged with a foul. Sophomore.
6'5", sophomore.
Gonzalez knocks down the first one here. First score of the games. It's 6:11 to go.
We talked about their free throw shooting. 6 of their last 10 games, they shot over 70% as a team as Manila. Keep that in mind. Man, that zone, boy, they sure do extend it out there. But again, Wimberly talked about that pregame. Nice dish down low. Grandma's best Sunday morning dish and the basket.
That's Hooks to Love.
Hooks just kind of hooked it with his left hand in there, and it worked.
You know, Andy.
Got me a Marlin.
He did. That was a beautiful pass. You know, he penetrated into the zone. Everybody started breaking down. Wagner going to pull it.
I tell you what, Wagner didn't hesitate. He was wanting that basketball. He was wanting that shot. Loved the confidence from the kid, just didn't go in. Hooks cross court. Newsom thought about shooting that one too.
Littleton with a beautiful shot there.
Man, they're battling for the long rebound. Osceola comes up with it, goes up. There's going to be a charge or a block at the charge. You make the call here on the instant replay.
That's going to be Dalen Love.
That's his second foul, Scott, early on with 5:20 to go. You see the instant replay there. Great job by our director, our captain of our ship, Colton Ladyman.
What do you call it, Andy?
Do what?
What do you call it, a block or a charge?
Man, I didn't see the replay, but it looked like he was set. It's kind of tough, man. He didn't go hard at him. He didn't just knock him over, but that's a 50-50 call for me. Nice screen out there by Gonzalez. And I mean way out. Look at this defensive pressure by Osceola's guards. And it forces a turnover. They are pushing Manila's guards way off of the boundary of the three-point line. And what that does is it makes it really hard for those entry passes down low to Gonzalez.
You know, Andy, the pressure, they're swapping people out on Baloo, and, you know, that's what you've got to do against the Lions, especially with him, as he's such a good shooter off the dribble.
Yeah, and what did Coach Wimberly say earlier when we interviewed him? He said he does such a good job at letting the game come to him, even though, you know, people are usually face guarding it. This ain't the first time he's seen this, folks. I mean, he's used to this. But, again, Osceola's got some very good defenders. Keep that in mind, too.
Wagner picked his dribble up, nowhere to go.
I just knew he was going to shoot that. Nice pick the pocket there by Newsom. He's got some help on the other side. Going up for the layup, no good. Offensive glass, up, no good. Block shot. Anybody's ball down low. It's a scrum. Somehow, Manila comes up with it. 2-on-1 numbers here. Braden Gonzalez goes left. Block shot. Don't bring Kool-Aid to a man's party, he says. Give me that. Down low, good find, beautiful. This is fun basketball here in God's country. Holy hay bells, what a series there.
A lot of stats right there.
My gosh. Listen, Osceola's defense, we talked about them, how many steals a game they get and how much fast break, transition buckets. That's going to be key for Manila, just like the last game it was for Truman, to get back on defense.
You know, I thought Newsom stole the ball a while ago. He was going to have an easy layup, and like you said, you know,
man, out of nowhere.
Manila got back
They
quick.
did, in a hurry, in a flash. I mean, it was just like those white jerseys was a white blur down there. Man, we've got a crowd here tonight, folks. I mean, it is absolutely jam-packed. There's not a seat open. I don't see one seat open. I don't see an open spot in the baseline or in the concession stand area. Almost a turnover. How did he get that off? I have no idea. Open three-corner, no good.
You know, Andy, talking down here on the baseline of people, you know, to me that's very dangerous, little kids close to the court. You know,
yes, it is. If you go diving for a ball, and, man.
The players have no, you know, the ball has a mind of its own.
And think about this. You get a knee to one of those kids, maybe if they're bent down, you get a knee to the face, that's extremely dangerous. And, of course, I know this is a small gymnasium compared to most of the places, but, you know, I don't know if there's any way we can get them on the opposite baseline, maybe with the cheerleaders. I don't know, but I feel like we need to do something. We've got a police officer dead center with a big old bulletproof vest on. If someone hits him, I think he's going to be fine.
Andy, I agree. Newsom penetrated.
Did he touch the ground first for a travel, though? Can we replay that? Watch his feet on this, folks. Did he hit the ground first before he got rid of the basketball? Watch this. It's awful close on the instant replay. I don't know, boy. That's really close. Either way, trigger man underneath is going to be Littleton for Osceola. What a steal off the inbound pass. They've got numbers. 3-on-1 here for Manila. Great defense again. That was Newsom.
Baltimore stole the ball off goal, and then Newsom hustled back to defend it.
Scott, this is no NBA All-Star game here, baby. Defense is not optionable. You have to play some defense in this one, man.
Andy, you're right. You know it.
Hey, I want to say something about Manila real quick. I know that series didn't work out for them. We talked about how important rebounds are. They had two guys crashing, I mean kamikaze style for that offensive glass there. I like seeing that.
You know, I mean, this is – what do you got to lose right now?
Oh, I mean, exactly. Go for it, man. Full throttle, full tilt. Big offensive foul as the Manila crowd comes to their feet.
That's going to be Anthony Harris with an illegal screen for the Seminoles out front.
I'm so happy my night is fulfilled. One of my pet peeves just got called. The palm in the basketball and the moving screen, they never get called, and I love it. Thank you, Mr. Official. I could go home happy. I'm satisfied.
Go home happy.
That's right. Oh, corner three. He just checked into the game. He's already shooting it. Very trigger happy, but I kind of like it.
You know, Harmon there's got his hand taped up.
Yeah, he's got his hand taped up, number 12 in white. That's very interesting. Do you know what that's about, Scott?
It's the first time I've seen it all year, to be honest with you.
Speaking of,
on
obviously,
the defensive end,
it's working for him. Obviously, good handles. He went up and got the ball there. He skied for that one. We've got 3:06 right now. That's a fantastic number. You guys keep it up. Keep on coming in. Invite them in. Share this feed. Let's enjoy this one. This one should be an absolute slugfest, I think.
You know, at nearly, 6 minutes into the game, 5 points scored. Both these, teams score points. Blew off the dribble.
Wow. He's so silky smooth, number 10 in white. There's got to be a college out there, folks. There's got to be a college out there that has a service, a need for that guy right there.
Dribble, no hesitant at all, just like Littleton there in the corner, quick trigger.
Littleton is not afraid of the big moment. I can tell you that right now. He's not afraid to take a shot contested or open right now, and I like the aggressiveness. It's not going in for him, but if it's open, you take it. Zone defense. No, I'm sorry, they're in a man-to-man now. They actually started off in a zone. Now they're in a man-to-man.
Nice pass down low. Gonzalez unable to finish.
No audio, no.
It's the camera in the corner that ain't working.
No, camera in the corner is not working. We had an issue with the wires, so no, she's fine. Sorry, we had some fans there wanting to know if our camera down there was working or not. We got 2 cameras. We had troubles with wiring issues today, so we're going to spend a little more money and get some better wires, but that's okay. We've got enough here tonight for you, 4 or 5, so hopefully that'll do.
Just under a minute to go here.
Scott, what do you do if you're OCL? Turnover right there. Here comes Manila. Oh, man. Give Newsom credit there. I mean, he looked like a spider monkey out there, jumping up and waving his arms everywhere. And I really thought Manila was going to have an easy bucket there in transition, but Newsom says, hold the phone, not so fast, my friend.
We're going to have is it a timeout here?
I thought that might have been an official timeout at first, but it's not. They're going to say it is the actual timeout.
You know, only 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, Andy, and I'm kind of surprised to see a timeout here. You know, it's kind of been sloppy the past minute or so on both ends of the court.
Yeah, I agree, but no. Here's the thing. If you assume this is going to be a close game, every possession is big, obviously. So, I don't know, maybe he's seen something that he wanted to address extremely fast right now. I think I'm okay with it. And who called that timeout, by the way, was Vernon Wilson of Osceola. In case y'all wondering, they've got 4 timeouts left now. But I think I'm okay with that. If there's something he needs to address, I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, they can move that camera. That's not a problem at all. If they need to get it out of the way, they can go right ahead. Sorry, we got some fans talking to us here. So Dennis Kirk says, can't hear anything. Well, Dennis, I think it might be on your end, bud. Exit out of it. Make sure you touch that little volume button in the bottom right-hand corner before you click on the video. Sometimes that happens. 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I thought Newsom was going to pull that. Brown checked into the game for the Seminoles here. A sophomore.
What do we have? Is that on the floor? I think it is. That's going to be the second team foul on Manila.
That's going to be on number 12, Austin Harmon, one with a tape on his hand.
Yeah, we got tape on number 12's hand, and I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if our camera guy can zoom in on 12 there or not, but either way, still trying to figure out what's going on there. Like Scott, Scott follows Manila, and he hasn't seen that all year, so it's very interesting. I don't know if that might have been something in pregame warm-ups. Tell you what I've had happen one time. I had a buddy, he missed a layup in pregame warm-ups and went over and punched the pad in the back of the, on the wall there and sprung his hand. Couldn't play the rest of the week.
And you look at back now when you're an adult, like, what was I thinking?
Exactly. I wasn't thinking. That's what it was.
Hooks with a shot and one. That foul is going to be charged to number 10, Daly Ballou.
There we go. Now I got our comments back. I apologize. I was trying to get you guys back here so I could interact with you here. Free throws up. Hey, we talked about Osceola struggling from the line, and here they go.
22 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Again, they've only shot above 60% from the free throw line as a team in one game this year as Osceola, but they knocked it down there.
So who do you want to have the ball right here?
Scott Ballou, and then I'm getting it down to, Gonzo's not out there, and I don't think either's, yeah, he is. I got to find number 10 and White. I mean,
Gonzo's on the bench, it looks like. He picked up
coming
a foul.
He's coming in now, though. I want Ballou off of his screen. I want him off-ball stuff. I'm going to set some stuff up for him off-ball. I don't want him to have to make his own move here. Off-ball something. Give him a chance for a jump shot, a pull-up jump shot of some kind. They're going down to Gonzo. Look at that move, that spin move. He kicked it out somehow for a three. It's up. No good.
How did Gonzo get rid of that?
I have no idea. That was impressive. That's an athletic kid there for a big. He really is. First of all, the spin move with authority to get open was impressive. 0.9 on the clock. 3 quarters heave. Oh, nothing but net.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. But unfortunately, it was.
You hear the ooh there.
Yeah, ooh underneath the wrong side of the rim there, the iron. We've got Terrace Hayes says, Localist Hayes, Amy Jordan, Kyle Williams is tuning in with us tonight. Gretchen Copeland Smith says, go Lions. Eddie Jones says, B-P-N. Not sure what B-P-N means, but we appreciate you, Eddie Jones, for tuning in with us. Again, coming to this game, Manila 23-5 overall, 13-3 in this stout conference. One game off of them was the Osceola Seminoles at 12-4 and 14-5 overall. You get the highest scoring team in Conference 3A-3 in Osceola, and you get the best defensive team in Manila in the conference. Contrasting styles, and I love it. Nikki Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my Cubs fan.
Oh, good Lord. you and the Cubs. Man, you have bad taste. LSU fan, a Cubs fan. Nobody's perfect, though, Scott, so we won't hold that against you too bad. Nikki Tyler says, we got to get number 10 going. Let's go, Daylay. Big Purple Nation, now Andre Harris. Thank you, Andre. Man, Andre's got my back. I like Andre. Me and him are friends now. He don't even know me, but he's my friend. Terrace Hayes says, "Go Noles, Coach Hayes." Atlanta, Georgia. Hayes watching from Hotlanta. Peach State. Corner three, shot it with confidence, in and out. It rimmed. It rolled out, folks. It was in halfway and rolled out.
You know, and that's what we were talking about Gonzalez not in the game a while ago, checking back in there right before the quarter and getting a big rebound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Devin Brown about knocked that one down. He came in, and he was shooting with confidence. You're either the hammer or the nail, and he was trying to be the sledgehammer there, trying to be very aggressive.
You know, he had a good look.
He did. He really did.
Looks like this is Anthony Lopez. He checked into the game at the end of the quarter.
He's the floor. He's the floor general. He comes right out there and starts pointing, yelling at people, telling them what to do. I like it. Love that camera view right there. Hoisted way up high on the sideline goal there. It's hoisted up in the air. Beautiful pump fake going down. Anybody's rebound, back tapped out like a volleyball. Who's going to come up with it? Manila does. They've got numbers here if they'll hurry. They back it out, though.
A nice defense here by Osceola there.
Oh, Coach Wimberly was pointing to the goal. He wanted them to hustle there. He wanted them to take advantage of the numbers.
Lopez nearly stuttered there at the top of the key.
How about more face guarding there when he can't even see the basketball? That's awful. That's a lot of confidence in your feet there, son. I love to see it. Good
Harmon's going to pull it.
Hey, good ball movement by Manila. He chased his own rebound down. Look at that. That's a he's quick now.
The tape helped.
The tape. That's what it was. It's a tape. Now every kid in America is going to be taping their hands the next game. Oh, he's got a walk there. We jinxed him, Scott. As number 10 for Osceola is going to check in. That's Littleton. Again, Littleton was very aggressive on the offensive end early on in this game for Osceola.
Looks like Baltimore is going to check in for Lopez on the other end.
Hey, so far I would say this. So far, both teams, the guys that have checked in, have came in and done a good job. They've got quality depth so far from what I've seen from these teams.
You know, and Manila don't play a lot of depth, Andy. Now, Osceola, on the other hand, it's nothing for them to play 10, 12, 14 players in a game.
Yeah.
It's 3 in, 3 out, 4 in, 4 out.
A platoon system, if you will.
And you'll see Vernon Wilson over there. He'll send 5 to the scores table. It's coming. They're in a close game, so that's a lot of faith in your bench, you know.
Oh, almost. A lot of faith in that shot there was Newsom, just didn't go down. Manila ball. But Austin Harmon coming in, he's played great minutes off the bench for Manila. Anthony Lopez came in, played some good minutes off the bench. Again, both teams, guys coming off the bench, making contributions, whether it's on offense or defense or the boards.
Yes, you know, and this kind of game, that's what you got to have. You know, your big players, you know, like Ballou over there, he's going to be face guarded the whole game, it looks like. He's guarded by Hooks right now.
I'm going to tell you
Hooks
something.
ran everywhere he went.
I was just going to say, Ballou is zigzagging everywhere like serpentine patterns, and Greg Hooks is sticking with him, man.
You know, I seen Greg Hooks sign with a small college to go play football here recently. You know, a lot of athletic. You know, right there is very athletic. You know, zigzagging through the lane, through defenders, and still able to knock the ball out of Ballou's hands where he can't get it.
Look at his arms. Extremely long wingspan for Hooks.
He ain't even looking at the ball. He's just looking at Ballou's face.
Man, number 4 in that purple jersey has been a gnat. He's been a problem for Manila early on. Active hands, active feet. Call him Scrappy Doo right now because he's getting the job done out there against anybody.
They're going to say that was a jump ball there, Andy. His bodies were on the floor. That's good hustling.
You know, I think that they've let him play pretty physical early on, especially down low. And I like that in a championship game.
You know, that's like you said, we talked about last night. As long as they start the game, if they finish the game like that.
The same way, yes, sir. The first minute of the first half versus the last minute of the fourth quarter, call it the same. I agree. Nice feed, open 3, no good. High rebound here. What did he call?
Up and over the backboard, I believe. I think it hit the back corner of it.
I think you're right, Scott. Good eyes there. I didn't see that. Charlotte Emmer says goal lines. Mary Smith goal lines. Mississippi County sweep of district. Hey, there you go. Derek Jacobs, a little box and 1 on Daly. Better block out the big. Yes, sir. Derek's right. You got to block out the big fella. It's so sounds elementary, doesn't it, Derek? It does, but it's never that simple, man. Never that simple. But you're right. They definitely do got to block him out. Speaking of the big man down low, look at the hands. You got people all over the floor, and we've got a jump ball. I think that was more for Osceola, who jumped down there with him very wisely, very quickly. I think Wimberly wanted the timeout, and he's mad he didn't get the timeout.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what Wimberly's what the call was. I know it was a jump ball, but
Yeah,
that's what he was arguing about, something. Not
well,
exactly.
he wanted the timeout. You know, Gonzo had possession for a second. He was yelling timeout right in the referee's ear, and it just didn't get it. Dangerous pass there. Boy, I tell you what. You can't pass lazy and lackadaisical. You got to pass with conviction and confidence in this game. Good hands down low.
Ballou picked hooks there right before he went up.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's one thing with a big man. When you come down the ball, keep it up. Don't let the little people get to it.
Totally agree. And again, we appreciate all of our volunteers tonight for CSR and our guys from Mighty Middle Lines for tuning in or jumping on board with us. Ballou backdoor cut, step back, shot up. Tell he's dangerous. You give him a little bit of air. Here comes Osceola in a hurry. Wow, slice and dice and carving. No good, though. Offensive board and one. Count the basket. Opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play for number 10, Littleton.
You know, Littleton, got the offensive rebound there, missed from Newsom. Getting in there and fighting for the ball.
Man, I tell you what, Newsom, he's just carving them down there, in and out. He just can't quite finish. He's had a couple problems finishing at the goal there, but he started that. They tried to block his shot, and they couldn't, and then that leaves somebody open for a rebound. You either got to choose to block the shot, go for the block shot, or block out. One of the two.
4:10 to go here in the second quarter.
Now, did Coach Vernon Wilson have that same shirt on, or is he taking off a pullover already?
I think he's taking off a pullover.
It's early to be taking pullovers off. This is intense now.
I know you said earlier about Wimberly dress.
Sharp dress, man. Yes, sir. I love it. Again, right at the 4-minute marker to go before halftime. Elbow, extended jumper. No good. Little Newsom down there. He's 6 foot tall, folks, but he can bounce. Look at that nice hesitation move.
What a pass down the
dish
hooks.
Down low. My goodness, he finger rolled it to him. Wow. Hanging in the air like Clyde the Glide Drexler.
We're talking about face guard and Ballou. Ballou's bringing the ball down the court normally, and cheerleaders nearly got ran over there by Gonzalez.
Well, I hope everybody's okay down there. It looks like they are. They're laughing about it now, thank goodness.
I'm going to say they're okay.
Yeah, because, man, you coming in at 100 mile an hour like that, like I said earlier, get a knee or an elbow or a head to something. Newsom is doing a good job of breaking this zone defense down. Ballou skied for that rebound.
That's going to be Newsom with the foul.
They can ill afford to get him in foul trouble. I think it's only his first, isn't it?
That's his first.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's his first for Osceola, so that's good for them. However, Coach Vernon Wilson says he's going to come out. They do have a lot of depth. We talked about that. As Scott alluded to earlier, they're going to have 2 come in for Osceola.
MJ Vance is also going to check into the game. Was starting quarterback for the Osceola Seminoles, took him to the state championship.
And look at that kid. You're telling me that's a quarterback? He's built like a darn linebacker, man.
You don't get on the tracks when the train's coming through.
That's right, baby. That's absolutely right. How does Manila get Ballou involved here?
Off ball screens.
Yes, sir. And what I like to do when they face guard you like that or boxing one, I like to use the guy that's getting face guarded or boxing one. I like to use him as a screener.
Oh, yes. Just under 3 to go. Seminoles pushing the ball down the court. Floater from Hooks. Gets his own rebound.
We talked about Manila and their 5 losses. The one pet peeve or the weakness, you could say, was the rebounding margin was -10. Offensive boards are huge down there. Manila's got to start finding a way to get some defensive rebounds.
It looks like Osceola is just about face guarding everybody right now.
Wow, got his own rebound. Backdoor cut by Ballou. Up and down, pump faking in. It's in. Soft touch off the glass. Here comes Manila.
2:22 to go here in the first half. Great ball game so far.
This is awesome, man.
A lot of Manila fans here tonight, do you think?
A lot of Manila fans. You hear the defense chants right now. Jumper. Nice. Beautiful looking shot, but it didn't go in. He had his elbow tucked, good rotation, just didn't even come close, unfortunately for him. Rebounds, we just spoke about it. There's Gonzo down there cleaning up the mess for Manila.
Littleton there with the offensive rebound from the Seminoles. Thought he was going to be able to put it back. He's been very aggressive tonight on the offensive end.
He has. Freak the line jumper, no good. Got his own rebound. Pump fake, goes up strong, no good. Goes up for another rebound. Wow. How about Wagner? What did they call down there?
A jump ball.
Oh, Manila's not going to be happy about that. The fans aren't, and you can hear it. Don't know if you can hear it through our headset. They're pretty, they're pretty tight, but, man. The possession arrow is in favor of Manila, though. Baloo, your trigger man. Thought about the 3 there, decides against it. Hey, Manila doesn't play around these guards. When they get the basketball, they're doing something with it, just like that right there. Gonzo, offensive board. No, he just can't
hit him right in the hands.
Just can't quite control it. He kind of turned his head to look for the backdoor cut there a little too soon. You got to get possession of that basketball, young man, before you can do that. Jeff Goff says, don't lock the top camera. Well, Jeff, I'm sorry, buddy. We risked our life for that. We're the only ones in the state of Arkansas that's doing it. It's unique. We're going to keep running with it, brother. I apologize. Thank you for your, for your opinion there, though. I appreciate that. We got guys flying everywhere right now. This is intense, Scott.
That's Littleton down there just kind of manning up on the lines, getting the ball in the basket.
I'm going to call him Stockington or Bigton or Muscled Upton because he's no little guy by any means.
Littleton says
6'2", 180, but there's not body fat at all. I think it's maybe 2% body fat. I mean,
and a junior on top of that, Andy.
Man, future bright if you're Osceola there. Baloo's wanting a foul off the ball there. They're not giving it to him.
Baltimore's going to pull the 3.
Wow. Silky smooth by number 0 and White.
The sophomore.
Super sophomore. He's a diaper dandy, baby. Awesome with a capital A, as Dickie V would say. 15 seconds to go here before halftime. Who grabs the momentum here at the end of the first half?
You know, the last game, this has come back to haunt both teams that have tried it, Andy.
That's very true. Good observation there by Scott. Holding for the last shot has 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going to be a charge.
That's going to be MJ Vance running over Jake Baltimore.
That's MJ's first on the night. The team's 6th foul. 0.5 to go, though, before half. You got to almost catch and shoot here. I mean, almost now. Go. Ooh, he kind of held our breath there for a second. I thought that one might go in. What a first half by both teams, honestly. Osceola's going to take the lead into the locker room. They're up 14-11. We've got almost 400 people tuned in with us. Andre Harris says Newsom is a great floor general for Osceola. Yes, he is, Andre. I agree. James Cochran says they need to set multiple screens for Baloo. He is a floor general. The rest of the players feed off his energy. Lewis Ernest says MJ plays linebackers. Hey, there we go. Oh, he sure looks like he can. Let's try to get the cheerleaders here, JR, if we can, here at halftime for any of the cheerleading parents, grandparents, family, friends, whatever, alumni, past cheerleaders. James Cochran says they got to get him involved. Jerry Long, Derek Jacobs comes, BK, Coach Osceola. I'll have Lil Jerry signing at Duke in a few years. There you go, Derek. I hope so, buddy. I really do. Cameron Sharp says hi. Carlene Evans says, Carlin watching Go Lions play your game. Brian Robertson says, I'm here. Where you at, Brian? Let us know specifically. We'll try to get you on camera. Corning Sports Report replying to Jeff Goffroot. Hey, I don't know who did that, but don't do that. No, that's okay. He's entitled to his opinion, and that's perfectly fine. If he doesn't like it, that's no problem at all. I don't know who did that. That wasn't me. I apologize. Leon Austin says Jake takes the best charges ever, and he took a good one there. Listen, charging. It's a thing of it's art is what it is. Because, man, you got to get set. You got to know where they're going. You got to time it right, angles, and then you got to pray a little bit that you don't get kneed somewhere you don't want to get kneed.
And you better be prepared for the hit, like MJ Vance coming through the lane there.
Exactly. Jerry Long says, you playing, I am for real. Jeff Goff, I did not mean it rude. Oh, that's okay. Hey, Jeff, I apologize. Somebody else did that for us, and I apologize. I don't know who that was, but I apologize on their behalf. I just can't see the action when you guys go top camera. Again, that's we risked our lives getting up there. It's the only one in the state that's done that this year. That's a streaming company, not a TV company, and we've got 2 of them tonight. So we're going to keep rocking with it, buddy. We appreciate you for tuning in and appreciate your take on it. Heather Vansley says, go Lions. Lisa Kirby says, good job, guys. Doing a great job. Thank you, Colleen Evans. Can't see nothing. Not circle going round. Not sure what that means by Carlene Evans, but 3:24 right now with us. This is a lot of fun. Mark Woods tunes in. What does Manila got to do differently in the second half, Scott?
Rebounds down here, Andy, on the defensive end. They let Osceola have some, Osceola's probably got 8 offensive putbacks. Here in a district game, that can come back to hurt you. All points right now are mattering. As you can see, it's a very low-scoring game. Greg Hooks is leading the Seminoles with 7 points. Looks like Ballew's going to lead the Lions with 5.
Yeah, I tell you what, we talked about the contrast of styles coming in here. And, you know, Manila's defense, so stingy this year. Osceola's offense, so high-powered, especially in conference for both of them. It's been a lot of fun to see the contrasting styles. We talked about Osceola kind of struggling with free throws. Manila has been very good at free throws. It seems like whatever one team's weakness is, it's the other team's strength, just like Manila. In 5 of their losses, the rebound margin was -10. Well, guess what? The one thing that Osceola does really, really well is rebound. And we talked about, Osceola. Their jump shooting is not that great on the season. They've only shot above 30% from the three-point line one time. They've only shot 60% from the free throw line once. But they're the number 1 scoring team in 3A. How does that happen? Defense. Extremely good defense, averaging 13 steals a game over the last 10. They get transition buckets. And, like you mentioned earlier, rebounds. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th opportunities. It's tough to stop them more than once like that.
You know, and that's what it says right here, only out-rebounded 3 times all year.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you got to think, man, this is a tough conference. I want you to think about that. There's 5 teams in this conference that we feel like could get out of the first 2 rounds or so in the regional tournament, and you're playing them twice. I mean, that's unbelievable.
You know, you can tell here tonight the intensity just between the 2 teams. You know, no one really in foul trouble.
That's very true. That's a good point. Number 1, I think, for Osceola, he's got 2, I believe.
Dalen Love.
Yeah, I think that's it, though. And, of course, they got a platoon system over there. They got plenty of depth. They're okay. But we got a little Neil Diamond playing for you. Sweet Caroline. We can't go to the music because it's copyrighted, but I'm going to sing with you. Caroline, ba, ba, ba. Times never seem so good. So good, so good. You see the fans, they're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. Championship Saturday here in God's country. Again, folks, if you're with us here, please share this if you don't mind. We sure would appreciate it. Get back here to the social media. Dylan Bogle says, Chargers can win or lose a game. Let's go Lions. Amen to that, Dylan. Amen. And, you know, do Chargers even show up in the box score? I don't think they do. You know, it's something that doesn't show up in the box score. It's a way you can impact the game without scoring. Hunter Hughes says, watching from Blytheville, at the land of the Chickasaws. Paige Katz watching Nikki Tyler. They got to get number 10 going and put the ball in the hole. That's right, Nikki. That's very true. Carlene Evans says, OS, it's halftime. Bruce Caldwell's watching Paige. Katz says, great job, gentlemen. She called us gentlemen. You believe that? Gentlemen. Paige Cat says, please, no singing. Okay. Hey, Paige, I got to know now. We got a spring festival coming up, the Hop Alley Rally that we put on. Are you going to sing, are you going to duet with me? Hey, we got to get a lady on the camera over there. There's a lady in black over there telling us to cut off the camera. We got to get her over there on camera now. If you tell us not to get you on camera, we're going to get you on camera. To your right, JR. To your right, to your right. Right. Getting colder, getting colder, getting warmer. Getting warmer, getting warmer, warmer. No, you're going the wrong. Our teamwork isn't making the dream work, folks. I apologize. We were trying, though. Derek Jacobs says, I can assure you they show up on Lee Wimberly's box score. I like that, Derek. You're probably right, too, brother. Probably right, man. Oh, man, I'm hot, sweaty, a little wore out. This has been a long district tournament for us. We've streamed just about every game, and we're coming to the light at the end of the tunnel, folks, but it ain't over yet. We've got 16 minutes of some very physical basketball, I can tell you that. Speaking of that, you know, we alluded to this earlier, Scott, but the referees are really letting these guys play.
You know, and, you know, I'm all for it, Andy. Like you said, as long as they're consistent. Start of the game, end of the game, because then, you know, players adapt to officiating for each game.
So does the coaching, too. Obviously, the game plan, the game style, you know, what you do. So, you know, if I'm Manila, I know, Osceola is probably going to come out here and box in one or front Ballou, but why not use Ballou as a screener? And then you're creating numbers for yourself because your guy who's fronting him is going to stay with him, and then you're screening another guy. So you're taking 2 guys out of the picture with a really good screen. That's what I'm doing. Maybe even off the ball screens with him. backdoor cuts and things of that nature. That's what I would do personally, and I would feed number 11 a little bit more, Gonzo. You know, early on, they got the ball to him. Late in that second half, I didn't feel like they really went after him. Now, he did leave early with some foul trouble, too. He did pick up a foul, and then they kind of got him out. But I'm feeding the big fella, and if I'm Coach Wimberly, I said, hey, listen, this is your second half. You go own it. You want the ball. You yell for the ball. You get in position for the ball. Call for it, and then when you get it, hey, the whole gym knows you're going to get it. Doesn't matter. You go up anyways.
You know, Ballew's not even bringing the ball down the court for the Lions. You know, he's down the court, and it's basically Osceola's pushing him out of the game when, like you said, off ball, he could be working to make something happen.
Yeah. And you know what's really neat about this, too? Think about this, too, for a second. So if you're Greg Hooks Jr., you're exerting so much energy on defense, face guarding this guy, that typically when that happens, when you get the other team's best player like that for the full game, usually it kind of hurts your offensive numbers. I'm looking at the scoreboard up there, and Greg Hooks Jr. right now has 7 points on the night. It hasn't affected him. That kid is in extremely good shape. He's an athlete, but let's see if that wears him down a little bit here in the second half.
You know, and he doesn't have any fouls. That's what he's face guarded Ballew.
That's
about
impressive.
The entirely first half, you know.
Honestly, I don't care what his points are. If you had to give an MVP for the first half, I got to say just because of the defensive effort, it's got to be Greg Hooks Jr.
Very. You know, he's in there for the rebounds. He's on both ends of the court. It's like you said, it's not all about points right here. I mean, you can see there's 2 stars on each team that hasn't even scored, but they've been playing.
Yeah, yeah. What I love about this game so far is that every rebound, watch it this second half. If it continues like the first half, look at how many guys are not giving up on the rebound and crashing. It's crazy. And, I mean, it really is. And then watch how fast they are decision-wise on offense, because they have to be, because these defenses are so quick. You hesitate when you get the basketball as a guard. It's too late right now with these defenses. They're just so athletic and quick. It's over. Also, Newsom. I want to brag on Newsom, number 4 in purple. He had a lot of, deflections. Maybe not turnovers for us, but a lot of deflections and a few steals, got a few rebounds. Did a little bit of everything, has Newsom for Osceola.
The Seminoles will start with the ball here in the second half.
Going from the right side of your screen to the left side of your screen, and purple and gold trim, gold numbers and letters for Manila, or for Osceola. Manila in the home whites with the gold lettering and black trim. 3 in the corner, it's good. Buried it to Devin Brown, the sophomore.
Quick trigger there.
Goes 6'2" with some long arms. Very well designed by Osceola to start the second half.
Ballew on the far side of the court. He's going to end up being guarded.
Deep 3 by Ballew. Greg Hooks Jr. says, I didn't think he'd shoot that, Coach. What do I do? You got to guard him when he comes off the bus. If he goes to the concession stand, you're getting the chains. If he goes to the restroom, you're in the stall beside him. You need to know what kind of cologne he's wearing tonight.
You know, just a little bit of separation is all Ballew needed there, it looked like. It was a quick trigger. There wasn't no hesitant about it.
Yes, sir. He knows that he's a leader for this team, and even if he isn't open, he needs to be taking shots. I think he truly believes that and knows that. They're working away from him right now, and methodically, nice shot. Soft touch from a 3. How many times do you say a soft touch from a 3-point shot, but it just kind of trickled in.
That's sophomore Baltimore again. That's 2 threes for him here. Now we got a tied ball game at 17.
Jake the Snake just struck.
Jake the Snake.
That's right. Nice skip pass down. There's another corner 3. Same player, same result, not quite. Brown missed that one.
You know, Brown's not scared to shoot the ball. He shot the ball a lot tonight.
He really has. That's a good point. Oh, that ball's on the ground. They're on the floor. Whose ball is it? Still up in the air. Somehow Osceola come down with it, kicked it out, and that was Hooks Jr. to Newsom. Crossover, going up. Good defense. Who gets the rebound, though? Newsom. How did he come out with that basketball?
Shortest guy on the court, Andy. It's called effort.
Amen, yeah. Effort. I agree, Scott. Very active hands by Manila right now.
Littleton shots up and off.
Now, I just noticed something there. They are not even worried about getting fast break buckets right now as Manila. Nice feed down low to the trail guy, Gonzo. But they're not even worried about fast break baskets. They're keeping 3 guys down on the defensive board. We talked about that. They need to clean the glass on the defensive end, and that's what they're doing. I think Wimberly's adjusted. There were 3 guys down there the last 2 times for a defensive rebound.
You know what? Adjustments are important in a game like this. You know, they're both coaches trying to adjust to each other right now.
Absolutely. Again, Osceola came into this game on a 7-game winning streak. Manila came in a 6-game winning streak. They missed each other by 1 game in conference, 13-3 for Manila, 12-4 for Osceola. Again, contrast of styles, high-scoring, prolific offense by Osceola. Just a juggernaut of a defense there by Manila. And this has been fun so far. We got a 1-possession game. Neither team has really pushed the lead out further than 2 possessions that I'm aware of.
You know, farthest was maybe a 3-point game that I recall, maybe a 4-point game. But, you know, Osceola's going to come, you know, they come out and hit a quick 3, and then Manila turn around and answer with 8 straight points.
Yeah, just like that, too. As Nikki Tyler says, yes, sir. Penny Hutton says, David Pitt and Honey are watching. David Sims says, sweet. Joey Powell, Sandra Cullen watching from Jonesboro. Brittany Hensley's watching from Walnut Ridge. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Where we go.
That's Devin Brown again down in the corner.
Down on the corner. He loves it, man. A little CCR for Devin Brown.
5:15 to go here in the third quarter.
You know, Osceola can get away with this man-to-man defense because they're just so athletic, and the help defense is there. It is there, folks. How did that go in? Are you kidding me? It's Houdini, number 10 in white. Holy hay bells.
Wow.
I didn't think he could even get the shot off, much less go in. Are you kidding me?
And he shot it with confidence, Andy.
He did.
Like,
he might even turned around before the ball went in. I mean, my goodness.
Wow.
Hey, great free throw shooting team here, Manila as well. Man.
Blue now with 11. So half of what the Lions have.
And he's been face guarded the whole night by a very good defender in Hooks Jr. Listen, that was good defense. It was just better offense.
You know, do you call any of that luck there?
Well, listen,
the skill beat luck?
Well, to me, you make your own luck by effort. And listen, when he's in the air, he's got to be able to maneuver his body, contort it, get that shot off. And, hey, that's effort.
That's Littleton with the air ball there. I mean, Wagner comes up with it.
Do you think Coach Vernon Wilson's okay? Now, Littleton shoots it quite a bit when he gets that thing open. And I like the confidence, but I wonder what Vernon Wilson thinks of that. Is that something that he's been able to do all year, or is he trying to step up big here in the tournament? Errant pass and nobody. Blue wasn't looking. 3-on-1 for Osceola. Going to be a foul.
Wagner hit was that Devin Brown or
Newsome.
Newsome in the back. I'm not even sure who he was throwing it to be honest.
No, but listen, I'll say this, though. That was a good foul down there. Osceola struggled from the free throw line this year. You either give up an easy layup or you make them earn 2 at the charity stripe. Now, Newsome did knock down the first one just as soon as I say that.
Dalen Love checking back into the game for the Seminoles after picking up 2 early quick fouls.
Now, they're not even going to have him rebounding down there. They don't even want him down there with 2 fouls. See that? That's very interesting.
You know, I wonder if we're going to have a full court press here. As you can see, they're all coming up.
Yes, sir. That's a good point. It looks like a 3/4 man-to-man. Now they're going to back up now. They showed it for a second. They showed their card, showed their hand. They backed off of it.
Tied game at 22. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
You know, Scott, a lot of this game has been played 4-on-4 because of the face guard. Newsome going up strong, lays it in the foul, count the basket. Hopefully he's okay. He landed on some people down there. Again, we talked about that on the baseline. You got to move those if you're the referee. I hope everyone's okay. There's the bless their hearts. One of them took a shot there, and they spilled. Oh, the nachos. Those are $3. Oh, no. 5-second rule. Pick them up.
You think Jackie Moon would be happy right now?
Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs. I love semi-pro. Got to love it. See if Newsome can knock down the second one here. He does not. A good foul there again by Manila.
You know, talking about free throws, Seminoles have made free throws up to then.
Yeah, that's a good point they have. You know, we kind of harped on them pregame, but, you know, they're definitely stepping up big when it counts right here and when it matters. And, look, they've obviously won a lot of games, so how bad has it hurt them? I don't know, but it definitely hasn't helped them. Man, they were coming in double team. When Ballou puts the ball on the ground, the double team from the weak side comes in a hurry. Man, if I'm coach, I'm wanting Wagner to be a little more aggressive down there instead of giving that up. Good defense down there. He almost got a little pick the pocket there, a little thievery.
You know, it not a great offensive possession there for Manila. If you look, you know, Ballou got double teamed and tried to dish it off. So if he's double teamed, somebody's open.
Yeah, absolutely. 3:02 to go here in the third quarter. Hunter, I'm Andy Earls. I'm with Corning Sports Report, and Scott Townsend with me. He's from the Mighty Manila Lions Facebook page. We joined forces and to bring you this action. I hope it's good, Hunter. If it's not, I can handle constructive criticism. Hey, there's a three. Open and drained it. Nothing but nylon. He tickles the twine.
Again. That's that sophomore.
Is that Jake the Snake? I think it is.
Jake the Snake. That's three-pointers now.
Jake the Snake strikes again. Line in the weeds, waiting to pounce like a Manila Lion should. 25, 24, 2:30 to go here in God's country for all the marbles for the district tournament.
You know, this is a very quick game, Andy. Only 3 fouls here in the second half so far.
Very few whistles and very few timeouts so far. You're right. Deep three by Newsom. No good. He shot that one from a different area code.
Nice hustle there by Dalen Love trying to keep it alive.
I like the confidence in Coach Vernon Wilson and Newsom. He never even looked at it. Didn't say a word. Didn't make any faces or anything. He's okay with that shot evidently from Newsom.
So they're going to bring MJ Vance into the game.
The quarterback / linebacker. What else can he do? He can probably do it all. They swapped there. That's because Ballou was coming off the screen. Very interesting.
That's Hooks with the ball going baseline. Looked like he just about lost control.
His first step is so fast. How about Gonzo with the swat? You don't bring Kool-Aid to a man's party. Give me that, said Gonzo.
$1:40 to go here in the third quarter. You know, I wonder if they're going to start guarding Baltimore tightly since he's kind of starting to feel the ball.
Jumper, mid-range, soft touch, no avail. Newsom cleans up the board. He's in a hurry. Hooks Jr. near corner. Dribble drive, baseline, short jumper up, fouled on the shot. Wimberly does not agree. He's not happy with the call.
It's going to be Ty Wagner.
Sherry Baker says, best commentators ever, go Lions. I love that. Hey, we'll take all the nice comments we can get. We sure won't turn any of them down. We've got 405 people with us tonight. Man, that's awesome. Y'all keep sharing this. Keep inviting them in. I love it. Kristen Stutt says, turn the air on, exclamation points forever and a day. And I'm with her. I've lost 5 pounds, but of course I need to lose some weight. Sarah Perkins says, come on, Scott. Tell them how long you've known Jake. How long have you known Jake, Scott?
Well, he's my nephew.
Oh, I guess for a pretty good while. Well, you've done a really good job of not being biased, because if that was my nephew, I'd be jumping up and down like crazy. You've done a really professional job. I don't know that I could be that professional. Tie ball game, 1:23 to go. Scott alluded to the very few fouls. We've had very few whistles. This has been a very quick game, you're right, time-wise.
You know, it seemed like the girls' game drugged forever earlier.
Yes.
You know, a lot of fouls happening, and, you know, like you said, there's not been many whistles, especially here in the second half.
Oh, wow. Hooks Jr. deflected it. Vance on the floor. Gives it back to Hooks. They're in transition. Down low in the paint. Soft jumper. No good. Who's rebound? Man, that ball's anywhere. Anybody's.
Hooks.
Wow.
You know, got his own offensive rebound. You know, he just jumped in there and floated, and a lot of hang time.
When you can bounce like that, when you get the pogo sticks, and Hooks is wanting a sub. They've got more now on Ballou. Nice pass there. Jumper short. No good. Newsom, man, how many big rebounds has he had? They're pushing it to Hooks. Far side. Dribble drop penetration. The foul is on the floor. 29.2 before the fourth quarter.
Let's see, that's going to be Don Littleton's going to check into the game for Hooks.
Now, Don Littleton has shot up quite a few of them tonight. I know they haven't fallen for him, but he's had several looks at the basket. You got to think they're going to start falling for that young man. So watch for number 10 in that corner. That's where he likes it. Osceola, Vernon Wilson wants to hold for the last shot. Newsom agrees. 10 seconds.
Pass over to Don Littleton. Don, I thought was going to skip to Chris in the far side. Newsom's fixing to pull it.
Wow. Newsom with a long Euro step, And he laid that up right-handed, which is very dangerous on the left side of the basket, but it didn't matter. That extends the lead to 2 possessions going in the fourth quarter. Folks, buckle up. We've got a dandy here in God's country.
You know, no one's left. there's still many people here as the last game, if not more than there was.
Well, both baselines have got people now. There's people standing up at the top, up in the rafters essentially. So much body heat that everyone's sweating profusively. This is fun, man. This is what championship basketball is supposed to be, this type of atmosphere, and we've got it. 1 possession game. Now, Scott, you know a little bit more about the regional seeding than I do. This game's pretty important for that. Am I not right?
It is. The loser of this matchup will have to play Harding Academy at Harding, which is where regionals is.
Oh, my goodness. That's enough to make me flip, to take that, to shift in that next gear, take it up a notch.
Newport took down Harding last night, and Tuckerman won on a last-second shot, so Newport and Tuckerman will face off tonight.
Wow. Man, we've got so many people tuning in with us right now. We're trying to get to all of y'all. I apologize, but just so much action going on, and it's so fast. So here we go, under 8 minutes to go in this entire ball game, unless we go to overtime, which nothing surprises me right now. Feed it down low to Gonzo. Stripped. Newsom, he comes out with it.
You know, very quick, you know, and there's that silky sophomore on the other end.
Jake the Snake, the steal, and now the basket. No, but he does get fouled. Easy there. They're coming down on him. You know, Jake, what's he go, 5'9", 5'10", probably? Something like that. He's got to be the smallest kid. He can't weigh more than 150. But, man, we need to be calling him Scrappy Dude. The tenacity by number 0 and White is fantastic tonight.
You know, I'm looking up here at the scoreboard, Andy, and, you know, Ballew's got 11 points. Baltimore's got 10. You know, what if you take away half of what he's got?
Oh, different animal, totally different game. And actually, you know, I'm talking about the smallest guy for Manila, but Newsom, too, for Osceola has been a difference maker on both ends, too. These little guys have come to fight tonight, man. I love it. 1 possession game, 7:40 to go.
You know, I was talking earlier, Andy, you know, these two teams faced each other in the finals last year of district as well. You know, went to a double overtime.
Wow. That's a thriller, man. That's a classic, an instant classic. And it's starting to look that way right now. Neither team can really extend that lead out very far. 2 possessions has been as far as anybody's gotten all night long.
You know, it looks like Osceola's just going to kind of take it easy here offensively, not to force anything right now.
You know, here's what I like about this. That's very smart from Newsom. He has done a great job. He's been a floor general tonight, as someone mentioned earlier. You know, when they needed to push it, number 4 has been pushing it. He's been pushing it real good. Push it real good. And when they need to slow it down, number 4 has slowed it down. That's a very smart, high IQ player, the senior, number 4 in purple.
Yeah, you know, Newsom last year helped them tremendously. You know, the Seminoles went to the state semifinals and got beat. You know, he was a big part of that, you know, and you could see tonight the leader as he is on his end of the court. Wide open 3.
I'm going to tell you something. Osceola did a great job of dribble driving, making the defense crash, and then kicking it out. We're looking at the scoreboard right now, Scott. 6:40 to go, and neither team has touched 30 yet. It's a battle.
A great defensive on both ends.
It's a battle, man. It comes down to who wants it more, you know. Sometimes your shots have got to go down, but I think in this point it's how bad do you want it right now.
You know, and if you're Osceola, you know, offensively, what do you do here? You know, coming back down the court, you know, you're going to have 2 people. Daly gets the ball and gets double teamed as soon as he touches it.
That was a beautiful entry pass down low. Did you notice when he threw it to the left shoulder?
So nobody could get it.
Yes, that was beautiful. I mean, that's a high IQ passer. We got a tie ball game, folks. 6:09 to go. For me, their defense has got to give them some offense. They've got to get some buckets and transition, some turnovers, some quick defensive rebounds, and get out on the floor and start running.
Hooks driving.
Or you do that.
And contested.
Or you do that, you know. Hooks says, I'll just take over. Now, listen, Hooks was face guarding Blue all the first half, and now they've got more on him. I think Hooks might have got a little bit of gas there.
You know, That's a good possibility, Andy, and they found the sophomore on the far side.
My goodness! He does not get rattled. My Lord, number 0 in white has come through big all night.
Baltimore now with 14.
Woo! What a game.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake is striking everywhere. What's those really fast snakes that those little sidewinders or whatever? That's what he is, man. God, he slithers. He slithers and finds the hole somehow. It's unbelievable. James Cochran says, do y'all cover games away from Corning? Well, we have. We got Magnolia wanting us to cover them, and we've also had Hope, Arkansas. We covered a football game for them, Twin Rivers for softball. If we get the right kind of sponsors and I can have the time to do it. I just got a full-time job. It's really tough. I got 5 kids. I just adopted a 1-year-old, and it's just really tough. But if we can find time to do it and we can get the right type of, sponsors, then absolutely, we'll definitely do it. Derek, and I think, Manila, they're about to go into the regionals. These guys, this Scott beside me here is the Mighty Manila's Facebook page. They're going to go stream in the regionals. So any of those Manila fans that are watching, they want to watch Manila on to the next rounds or so. Y'all need to help Scott out because the AAA charges. It's a long way to drive. The equipment costs, paying your helpers, all it's tough. It's really, really tough.
And we're very generous by the school we have. Come out and saying that they're going to pay the fees for us. And
that's fantastic.
It's hard to come by.
It really, especially with the school systems, because just the way their money works and how they're able to spend it, that really is. I love to hear that. Derek Jacob says Newsom has it in his blood. His daddy was a starting point guard. No steals, back-to-back state titles in the early 2000s. Well, he definitely does. It's in the streamline. Oh, wow. Tipped by the sophomore. Here comes Manila in a hurry. It's going to be a foul. And I believe, is that Mattingly for Manila?
Mattingly yes, he's the one who got fouled. That's Baltimore with a steal. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Mattingly hasn't been in this game a whole lot that I'm aware of, and he comes in a hurry, and he's full tilt, 100 mile an hour. I love it. Left hand lane hammer down, as Chad Morrisville, coach for Arkansas, would say.
Y'all don't miss him at all, do you?
I don't think so. Bless his heart. I hope he's doing well at Auburn, but unfortunately it's been tough times for the Razorback football program. Different story for a different day, though. We're under 5 to go here in the fourth quarter. 1-point game. They're trying to get Ballou open. Maybe he doesn't need to get open. My goodness, are you kidding me?
Off the dribble.
Hand in his face. Body in the way. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Woohoo for Ballou. Unreal.
How do you defend that, Andy?
You don't. Great defense, not good defense. That was great defense by Osceola, but better offense by Manila. The fans are standing up now. 4:25 to go in God's country.
Newsom with the ball out on the wing. It's getting loud in here, Andy.
Man, it really, really is. Dribble drive baseline. Littleton, he finds Hooks. Wow, what an athletic move there by Hooks. Man. I tell you what, you can write it in the books that Hook's going to bring his A game every game.
Hook's now with 14 on the night for the Seminoles.
Man, he's had a good game defensively and offensively. 1-point game. Ballou for 3 pull-up. No good. Heat check there. Robert Bark says this game is a prime example of team play and defense. I agree.
I'd expect to see Hooks take over here late in the game. We were talking about Newsom being a leader earlier. Hooks wants it. You can see it in his eyes.
He's making stuff happen like that right there, but it didn't go in. Anybody's rebound, and Moore came up with it. Big-time stuff, a deflected pass. Here comes Mattingly. Man, he's fast like a white blur. We're going to call him the giraffe. Those long steps, 3 steps from half court, it felt like. That was unbelievable.
Andy, if he would have dunked that right there, this place would have erupted.
I would have left. I would have just left. I would have walked out. Go ahead.
He's not even the starter at that position. You got Nunley over here on the bench. But with that kind of defense, why wouldn't you want him in the game right now?
Especially in this moment right here in time with under 3 minutes to go. 3-point lead for Manila. Michael Dover says, appreciate the live feed. Michael, we appreciate you, brother. 483 on with us. Ballou from downtown. No good. Gonzo, rebound, keeps it alive. They're going to hold it up. Wimberly wants them to bring it back up here, and they do. Wisely do.
2.5 to go here.
Listen, Osceola with 3 team fouls right now. Manila with 5. Keep that in mind. If that goes in, oh, my goodness, that was a high degree of difficulty there by Ballou.
Like an opposite hand reverse.
Very tough.
Baltimore just took a shot.
Charge.
That's Dan Newsom with his 4th foul.
Say it with me. Da-da-da-da-da. Charge. There it is. Beautiful job. Good timing there. I think Manila's wanting a timeout.
You know, Andy, that's Jake the Snake again.
He's all over it, baby. Woo, Jake. Way to go, Jake. Everyone's talking about Jake. Woo, Baltimore. Good hands, Jake. Jake's everywhere on our feed. Bob Smith says another good broadcast. Thank you, sir. We're sure trying. Chris Cole says Daily Blue. Carolyn Collins is watching. Brian Davis, sorry to anyone that can hear us screaming through the neighborhood because we loud over here. I love it, though. So happy to be able to watch it when we can't come. We love the Lions. David Sims says great hands. Great quick hands, I would say, too. You're right, David. Chris Cole, Jake the Snake. Hunter Matheny, give Baltimore the MVP. Most valuable and maybe most versatile player tonight.
You know what? On both ends of the court.
Yes, sir. And did you see that coming? Seriously, if you had to say that one player on Manila is going to be the difference maker and the X factor, would you have thought of him? I know he's your nephew, but seriously, to me, Gonzo or Baloo would have been the guy I would have picked.
Well, you know it. All year, Andy, you know, Osceola's, you know, with Baloo, they're going to face guard him. That's the way they do it. You take him out of the game, someone else has to step up, as we were talking.
Yeah.
It just so happened it's Baltimore
Yeah,
tonight.
Absolutely. Good inbound pass here now. They've got 3-on-2 if they want it. Got a guy down low. It's Gonzo. He decides against it. Dribble drive. Picks up his dribble, though. He's got a no man's land down there. Kick out. Got an open 3. Very bashful there. And that was Mattingly, I think. Nice backdoor cut. Newsom with the hands. How did he get that basketball?
Not sure. Wagner tried to force something there.
Hunter Matheny, 5-3, 6 charges. Wow.
One possession game, 2 minutes to go here in the ball game.
I'm going to give you my answer for Osceola. I'm going to say 2 words. Greg Hooks. Find him and let him go to work. Spread it out. Let him go one-on-one ISO. I know that's not good fundamental basketball, Princeton-style basketball, but by gollies, it's worked for him tonight.
You know what? They've struggled from the three-point line, Andy. You know what? They've shot a lot of threes, but
they have struggled. In fact, you know, Scott, we talked about it earlier. They've only shot above 30% from the three-point line twice in the entire season.
they're going to give that foul, looks like, to Baloo.
3? Is that 3 on Baloo, Scott?
That's 3 on Baloo.
Well, we just talked about Greg Hooks. We said two words is what we need for Osceola, and they obviously were listening. He had a long run at there before anybody even got to him. You can't give him that kind of space. I know it's on the opposite side of the weak side of the zone, but you've almost got to cheat on that side. Give up the down low and get closer to Hooks. Don't let him get ahead of steam like that.
Yeah, you know, he's got so much hang time we talked about earlier. You know, he gets up and he draws the fouls like he did there. You know what? He's made his free throws tonight. Why? I mean, if I'm making my free throws, I want to go to the line.
I love that because we harped on them. We said, hey, this is one of their weaknesses, and tonight it has not been. Great job by Osceola from the charity stripe. 1-point game, folks. 1:35 to go in God's country. Share the feed. Let everybody know we've got a dandy. We're about to have a thriller of a finish here in Corning, Arkansas for all the marbles.
Baloo wants the ball as he come all the way across the court to get it.
This is fun, Scott. Man, this is a blast.
You know, if you're Manila here, what do? You try to milk the clock or you just play offense and
not
play
yet,
basketball?
Not yet one possession. I just play like you've been. Don't mess up your rhythm right now. How did that basketball go in? Oh, my goodness. Houdini's at it again. High flying, hanging in the air like Clyde the Glide. And then the finish, the soft touch. Holy hay bells, what a play by Baloo.
You know, he can make this a 2-possession game with 1:05 to go here.
You guys already knew. That's that man Baloo. There goes that man again.
Baloo now with 15.
And here's the thing about Baloo's shots. It seems like they're always big. Earlier when Osceola was starting to get that 3-4-point lead, that's when Baloo was taking over. Soft. Like a butterfly with sore feet on the rim. Beautiful free throw there. But go ahead.
Brown's going to check in here for Chris Littleton as he's a better shooter, it looks like, from deep. You know, if you're Osceola here, you know, you got to score, but I don't think there's still a minute and 5 to go in the game. You don't.
But I will say this: Devin Brown in the corner has been successful for him. Watch out; he's in the near corner on your screen, the right side of the video there. Greg Hooks, dribble drive, jump step, goes up strong. Offensive board, no, it's up to the ground. Whose ball is it? Manila comes up with it. There's a foul. 47.7 to go.
That's going to be the 16th foul now for Osceola. So now free throws could be playing a factor here.
What did we say earlier about free throws? Manila's extremely efficient from the free throw line. 6 of their last 10 games as a team, they've shot 70% or better. That's a high clip as a team in high school. I would trap right here for Osceola. Try to get a turnover. There it comes.
Mattingly with the ball out front, pass to Wagner, getting down in the lane.
And one. Count the basket for Wagner. Strong like bull is Wagner. And the Manila faithful are up on their feet. They're starting to feel a little bit of the reality right now, with up by 6 with 33 to go. Listen to that crowd. Can we get a camera audio real quick? Camera audio. Hopefully you can hear it there from we turned on one of our cameras down to the microphone on it. 528 watching right now. You guys are rocking it, man. We sure do appreciate you. Big time numbers from you guys. It's a lot of exposure for these kids, and we sure do appreciate it. Molly Fulkerson says Manila alumni watching from Southern California. Are you kidding me?
That might be the farthest one away tonight.
Man, well, we have a lot of overseas international stuff, too. We've had 15 or 16 people from outside the country watching, so I don't know, but we'll see. In the States for sure. Leah Smith says, way to go, Ty. Erica Masterson's watching. David Sims, that a kid. Kathy Borden says, way to go, Lions. Robert Burke's best guard in the conference. Devin Ditto, big-time players make big-time shots in big-time games. They are taking over. Sims says, our Lions are killing it.
You know what? This could make it a 3-possession game here with this free throw. It's really big here because if the Seminoles come down and score quickly.
Watch out for Devin Brown. He's in the near corner, guys, number 24 in purple. He shot 2 of them from the corner and made them. There he is. He decides against it. Good pass. No good, though.
The big guy down low rebounding Gonzalez.
21.6 under 20 seconds ago. They got a steal. Here comes Osceola. Newsom, 3. It's up. No good. Brown rebound. 10 seconds. They got to hurry. They throw it up. No good. Manila's got the rebound. And they've got a foul.
Wow.
Listen to that crowd. Listen to that crowd. Wow, man, this is fun. The dream is becoming a reality if you're a Manila fan right now. 7-point lead, 7 seconds to go. Man, there's been a lot of fight, though, tonight. Give the Seminoles credit. They have fought all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. 7 seconds to go here. Newsom going to dribble it out, or is he going to shoot it? Deep 3 from Newsom. Wouldn't be surprised it goes in. 1 second. The game's over. Your 3A-3 district tournament champions, the Manila Lions. Holy hay bells, what a game. Great performance by the Lions. And great effort there by the Osceola Seminoles.
You know, Andy, what a game.
What can you say? That was a dandy. And listen, at the end, when your legs are tired and you got to find that different gear, you got to find something deep down within you, something that you got to have that's driven, man. Manila found it when they needed it the most.
You know, that's someone posted a while ago, you know, big-time players make big-time plays, you know, at the end of the game. And you know what? You know, they went to Ballou at the end of the game. You know, he ended up with 18, you know, and only had 7 at half. You know, him and Baltimore just kind of controlled offensively here.
Let's go to the camera mic audio for the PA announcer for this. The Silver Fox, Ronnie Jones on the PA. Can you hear me up here, guys? Coach Wimberly, how's that feel, buddy?
That feels pretty good. I can even smile on that.
He's smiling.
I don't ever smile.
He's smiling. Get it on camera. He's smiling, man.
I am smiling right now. I can smile on that.
That's awesome. Now, early on, obviously, the plan for Osceola was a face guard, Ballou. Did y'all still want him to be aggressive, or did you essentially want to have 4-on-4?
No, we've seen that a lot. Gosling's done it to us 3 times. We've seen it a couple times for Truman. So we've got a plan for it. Obviously, it takes making a few shots in the first half, which we didn't. Second half we did. But no, we want anytime we get the ball daily, we want him to score. And he did a great job using the screens, and he's a ball player.
How about Jake the Snake Baltimore tonight?
Huge. But that's what I mean. I get mad at him first half because he's turning down and left, like shots left and right. I said, "Are you scared? What?" He said, "No, I'm not scared." And I said, "Well, start shooting the freaking ball. Let's go."
That's awesome.
We had some guys off the bench step up again. It's been a really good run for us since Christmas, really. It's kind of when I think the light bulb turned on some of them, like I told you before the game, and I've seen a lot of good things, and I don't think we're done.
That's awesome, man. Now, in the second half, it seemed like you guys really crashed the boards a little more. Is that something y'all talked about at halftime?
Yes. When they're face guarding Daly, they can't see. That guy cannot see the ball, so he has no idea when the ball is going on a shot. The other 4 guys are in your zone. But we've got 2 of them underneath already, and we sent the 3rd one in from the top, and worked out pretty good. Of course, it helps when you got Gonzo and Ty in there just battling after everyone, and then Nunley, our 9th grader, is a freak athlete. So we're looking forward to some years with him coming up.
Just a few more here. Now, at the end of the game, it's a close game. They always say big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. You had all the confidence in the world, obviously, these guys, but how about them stepping up late and with the composure?
You know, Ty Wagner did not play well at all, but he has a huge basket with about a minute left, and that's what you're saying. You know, guys like that kind of find the whatever it is inside of them to make that play late when you really need it. And, of course, the M1 by him and the M1 by Daly were just enormous. And then defensively, we got some great stops and rebounded off every miss. So just a great finish.
Man, I really thought with this game being close that tie would have come loose a little bit. It's still tightening everything. Look at that. I mean, it's still perfect, sharp dress, man. Coach, enjoy it, buddy. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Colton, back up to you for a second. We'll go off the audio, and I'll try to get Vernon if I can here from Osceola. Give us just a second. Guys, Andy Earls here with Corning Sports Report. Got Scott Townsend Jr. with the Mighty Manila Lions, obviously the Facebook page there. Scott, your Manila Lions are moving on, brother. How's it feel?
Man, it feels great. That's what 3A basketball is about. It's very exciting. You see the crowd here, see the people supporting them after the game, even people supporting the Seminoles. Great way to finish the season.
And you don't have to play Harding Academy the first round, too, so that's pretty good.
At Harding Academy. That's like kind of a double dose. Hey, but, you know, both teams are moving on. It wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Osceola again. They're a very good ball club. Vernon Wilson's got them going in the right direction. Like Wimberly said, you know, free throws. You know, free throws were a big part of this game, you know, and we made a lot of free throws.
I tell you what, that was an exciting game. This whole tournament's been just absolutely exciting. Like you said, this conference is so stacked. Man, we felt like we had 5 teams that could win a couple of games in the regional tournament. Unfortunately, only 4 of them's going. But like Scott said, don't be surprised if you see Osceola and Manila playing again sometime soon. So, guys, we hope you enjoyed this. We really do. Man, we did everything we could to get you. Hey, buddy, did everything we could to get you this thing as best we could with the production and everything. And thank you guys for tuning in. The numbers were unbelievable, man. Y'all rocked it. You supported it. You got these kids a lot of exposure, and that means a lot to me personally. I know it means a lot to Scott. Guys, listen, if you're a Manila fan at home, this guy on the Mighty Manila Lions page, he's going to be covering them in the regional tournament. They're not done yet, boys and girls. So y'all follow him, watch it. I know I'll be watching and tuning in, so y'all follow him on that. Scott, you got any last? Oh, hey, you know what? I want you to brag on your nephew for once.
Hey, yeah, Mr. Jake bought Mr. Silky Sophomore, they call it, Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
You know, he had probably one of his best games and one of the biggest games out I know Blue, I think he ended up with 18, but, you know, Baltimore got a hot hand there, Andy, and, you know, Osceola just couldn't find a way to stop him. You know, they were concentrating on Blue, face guarding him, and, you know, that's what you get when you get to a team that has got more than one weapon.
Very versatile, and obviously his defensive efforts, too. Don't forget that. Very good defensive efforts. Hey, listen, congratulations to the Osceola Seminoles. Great tournament run. They're not done yet either. Congratulations, Middle Lions. Also, from earlier, the Truman Lady Wildcats are being runners-up, and then the Hoxie Lady Mustangs winning the 3A-3 tournament championship. I believe I got J.R. Roark back up there on the headset. J.R., you want to send us home, brother? He says no. Okay, well, then we'll send it home. Guys, thank y'all for Andy Earls, Scott Townsend Jr. We had Jimmy. What's Jimmy's last name?
Davis.
Jimmy Davis was on the camera tonight. He's on the camera right there. Matter of fact, turn it around and wave. Can you turn it around and wave at yourself? Come on, man. You got to get yourself on camera. For J.R. Roark up there, Colton Ladyman on the directing. We had David Watt in the photography. For everybody at CSR, guys, we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a dandy of a tournament. Holy hay bells one last time. Guys, safe travels and good night. And as always, go Cats.